brief stint as a rock star. That's right. Nasty tough. Good morning. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hey, chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Chick.
With his A hat on. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Tom Griswold. No, wait a minute. I'm Chick McGee.
You're already having trouble. Didn't you think today was Thursday?
Yeah, I was sure. No, I was sure. Yeah, I was sure today was Tuesday. I was a day behind. I told you that first thing I saw you. I pulled a Griswold.
Oh, God. I once went in on a Sunday back in the day. I thought it was...
This happened a couple of weeks ago when I missed...
it was Monday. I
missed
to work
Friday on this stupid show, and I thought Saturday was Sunday all day long.
Oh.
It was so dumb. I don't know how you miss a day. I mean, it's cool missing a day when you're on vacation, but...
Yeah, there are times when you miss a day.
Yeah.
There's probably someone right now lying in a hospital bed enjoying the show. Good morning. Hope you're doing great. And they forget what day it is. It's okay.
Speaking of that, in a hospital bed, Shaquille O'Neal had the Arsenio Hall.
What's that mean?
A couple days ago.
Hip replacement?
Hip replacement, fake hip. They put a fake hip in. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a big hip.
Yeah, wow.
Then he showed a little cheek.
Nice.
Showed a little ace where his hip went in.
I have seen Shaquille O'Neal in person right next to him.
Yeah.
And he, I mean, to belabor the obvious, not only is he huge, it's staggering how large he is. And he's large proportionally.
Yeah.
It's not like, remember the old days of Manute Bowl? Looked like a stilt.
Have you ever seen Manute Bowl in a swimming pool?
You guys did it. He was at the casino we were.
He looks like an alien. It's wild. Oh, yeah.
Sadly, he's gone.
Sadly.
But hey, speaking of sports,
That's
how about
right.
the real World Series, if you will?
Yeah, that was something else. In case you missed it, the World Baseball Championship last night in Miami, Shohei Ohtani came out of the bullpen and struck out teammate Mike Trout. They're both on the Angels. For the final out. Yeah, and our buddy Patrick Keane actually tweeted last night, oddly, the Japanese love trout.
They made sushi out of that trout.
Ohtani struck out Trout for the final out. The whole baseball world wanted to see it. Japan beat the defending champion United States 3-2 last night for Japan's first World Baseball Classic title since 2009.
Their third one, but those fastballs at the end, unbelievable.
I was telling Willie, there were 3 or 4 pitches at the end. They were all 100 miles an hour, and one of those was a breaking ball.
Man.
At 100. I couldn't believe, and you could see plainly on the TV. For those of you who don't think baseball's really curved, yeah. So that was very exciting last night.
All right. Well, and now the real season just around the corner.
Yeah.
We're going to be celebrating that.
Next
Hard
week.
Rock Cincinnati coming up
next week.
A week from Thursday?
Yeah. Yep, today, a week from today.
No, today's Tuesday.
Today's
wait a minute.
Wednesday.
See, now you're making me do it.
My work here's done.
I had a really long day. I have no idea what's happening. I just took a 20-minute nap.
Attaboy.
Wow.
Man,
okay.
you should do that every day. You wait and see. In about 5 minutes, you're going to feel great.
No,
sure, right now you feel like hell.
No, I feel fine.
No, I think you shouldn't have to wake up so early that you have to take a nap before 5 a.m.
Yeah,
no one
really?
Else
I very rarely do. I just was a little
Here's
tired.
what we start doing. We start telling everyone it's this time, but we do it in the afternoon.
You mean we fake it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Christy,
Oh, sure. We can record it the day before and it plays the next
you're
day.
familiar with this, Christy, faking it. You know,
Oh, Christy. By the way, on a serious note, we're getting some really nice emails congratulating Christy, and I know there's some mismanners that you're not supposed to say congratulations. Christy is engaged.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's for real. And
He didn't break up yesterday after this show. I was a little
Well,
worried.
then you found yourself a keeper.
Yep.
well, that's just
How
the
much did
first
he
day,
hear?
though. Yeah.
Oh, he heard quite a bit.
See, the thing you
His
have to
phone
remember,
rang off the hook.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not if they hear it. They hear it. And they hear the tone, the sarcasm.
Oh man, did you hear what she said about you?
Yeah, when someone else, did you hear what she said? Then you're dead.
Secondhand.
Yeah. So
Look, I don't want to tell you anything behind your back, but I think her and Josh have something going on.
Oh, yeah,
They talk
that's
about it every day. It seems like it's obvious.
So, and what's the rule again? I'm not much on the etiquette thing. Is it you're supposed to say best wishes to the bride?
Apparently.
Yep.
Okay, well, I think as long as people are psyched for you, that's a good thing.
Sure.
And also, I'd like to thank Wendy and Brenda and Amy and
You had a hell of a night.
a couple of more that I can't remember emailed me to marry me. So
all right.
appreciate
Okay,
that.
good.
All of your applications are being looked at.
One of my favorite things are the folks that listen to this show more carefully than we do.
Oh, yeah.
That would include Peter from Cincinnati, who writes, "Congratulations, Kristi Lee and your man, Andy. I'd like to offer some advice to the groom.
Oh, boy.
If you ever go shopping for furniture, please make sure the coffee table is too heavy for Kristi Lee to lift and shot put at you."
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, my days of,
Throwing furniture at people?
well, that and the quality of furniture has gone up a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And you never did set his clothes on fire, the other guy.
No, I threw them out.
Just threw them out in the lawn.
On the lawn.
I love
I had clothes cut up and thrown in the dumpster.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, and I think I told you guys this. I punched a hole in the wall, and luckily punched between the studs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh, woo.
it was a apartment way back when, so the quality of the build was
Didn't
not.
Tom Petty do that in the studio one day and unfortunately
broke
hit the
his hand.
stud? Yeah, that's.
I don't see Josh resorting to physical gesticulation to make his point come across.
Gesticulation?
Yeah.
Not really.
Gesticulation.
I'm using big
I
words.
tear people apart emotionally and mentally.
Okay.
It has longer lasting effects.
You use those big words and stuff. Yeah.
That was almost.
Let's use a different word.
That was
shall we?
almost chilling.
One of those unfortunate words. There's a couple of them we got to get rid of. Well, welcome to the show, and we've officially declared it. This is a show about information, and the information we're going to pass along is, as I am speaking right now, it is technically a Wednesday. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023.
Okay, so that means a week from tomorrow, we'll be at the Hard Rock Cincinnati celebrating the Major League Baseball season USA. But again, the Japanese squad for the third time, big winners in what is in its own way a real World Series.
Yeah. And it kind of, Scott Van Pelt made this point last night on ESPN. This whole thing kind of snuck up on me.
Yes, I exactly.
Yeah, I didn't really, and it turned out to be really exciting.
Got good
and,
ratings, too.
and great ratings and competitive games.
There seemed to be very little chatter before.
About it. Like world baseball coming up. I think it was on Fox.
I didn't know anything about it till last night.
I love that it's just one and you're in. I like that it's not a three-game series.
Right. I love
like that it's quick. I know the narrative is fun during the World Series, but for this, I really enjoyed that.
Of course, Ace, you were watching the XFL?
No, it was on FS1.
Oh, okay.
FS1.
Well, that's one of the
Sports 1.
family of Fox.
But if you turned on your local Fox, you wouldn't see it.
Oh, God.
Details.
I want him laying in the parking lot in about 4.5 hours, and I'm going to run right over it. I'm not joking.
Ace as a speed bump. That's very hostile, Ace. I apologize on behalf of the management.
According to the test we did,
Oh, here
hostile.
we go.
I still haven't taken the test.
He is always sexually harassing me. That's what you don't hear about.
Really?
Oh, he digs the
By
chester.
what? By exuding, by exuding genuine sexuality.
He's always saying, "Come on over. We'll have pizza rolls, stuff like that." And I go,
You know that's a euphemism.
You're
Speaking
not
of pizza.
going over there.
Speaking of pizza.
sex or not, I'm not going over.
No.
I might if sex was involved. I might
Only in radio.
Really?
bring over some Miller Lite and some
I like
grapes.
this new chick.
I might.
You're starting to open up to
I might go
different
over.
things.
Remember, he thinks it's Tuesday. So.
Sex with Ace. Boy, I can't wait till Wednesday gets here. Good old hump day.
Okay. Pat, you got a new pizza song for us?
I do, yeah.
Okay, we'll look forward to hearing that in a few minutes.
No.
What was our
Wait.
pizza for breakfast today, Ace?
Not only but
Leftover goat cheese and bacon.
Oh.
What is it?
Yep. Nothing
Goat
like
cheese
a
and
goat
bacon.
cheese and bacon pizza.
Yeah.
It makes this world go round.
Get out of the village and get a goat cheese and bacon.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Have you had a steak pizza yet?
I found one yesterday online. One of our listeners mentioned a steak place, and they had 4 or 5 assortments of pizza.
Lord love a
It sounds good. I'll tell you what. We
prime rib pizza.
can whip up an Omaha steak. We could do a steak and eggs pizza one morning. We'll have to get Jess Hooker on that. Get her some Omaha steaks and grill them up. And I love steak and eggs. That'd be maybe on like a what kind of bread would you want? English muffin? Like a little mini pizza?
No. It's got to be
a pizza crust.
Pizza. That's
Or
the
it's not
only
pizza.
thing holding this pizza
wait a
in
minute.
quotes together is the crust.
A crust.
He did have pizza bagels.
That's a crusty thing. Dough. Made of dough.
Now crusty things are included.
Okay.
What
Well,
a
let's move forward here.
scam this is.
Josh, help me here with Omaha Steaks. I know you're the expert.
Love spring because it's the introduction of spring grilling. That's right. The steak experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to spring into something delicious with their semi-annual sale. And boy, is it a honey of a sale. 50% off site-wide, my friends. Grab all your favorites. Those perfectly aged, tender steaks, ocean-fresh seafood, juicy burgers, which I grilled up yesterday, incredible air-chilled chicken, and decadent desserts. Plus, when you go to omahasteaks.com and you plug in promo code BTS at checkout, you'll get an additional $30 off your order. That's right. I did grill up some burgers yesterday. Did I have a double for dinner?
Did you?
I did. That's right. And I'll be honest, I almost didn't finish it. I was a little disappointed.
Almost, but you powered through.
I did, but I was a little disappointed in myself
Got
that
the
I
meat sweats,
that
eh?
I got a little.
Meat sweat, yeah.
It wasn't because I didn't want to finish it, but my boy, those things they sure juicy and delicious. It's the perfect way to get fired up. Omaha Steaks. Spring into something special with the quality and convenience they offer. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use code BTS at checkout. Take advantage of this deal. They're ready to ship your order right away. You're going to want to hurry, though. That 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Only happening for a limited time. Do not miss your chance to save. That's omahasteaks.com. Code BTS at checkout. Get an additional $30 off when you shop their semi-annual sale today. Minimum order may be required, Tom, but you know, you're going to order a bunch. It's not going to be it's not going to matter at all.
Oh, don't forget the lasagna. Thank you very much. Omaha Steaks also brings you the Ace Cosby joke of the day. Early edition on the way.
Whoop-de-doo.
Coming up, we've got IHOP. We've got a weird story about Jack Daniels and dogs in the Supreme Court today. The United States Supreme Court, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
I hope a dog is arguing a case in front of the
I.
Supreme Court.
We'd like to recognize the Golden Retriever.
Thank you, Justice. And also, coming up in sports, it's my dream come true. A whorehouse coming up in sports. It's about
It's a sport now?
Yep.
Wow.
About time.
And you're going to like it because it involves Jimmy Garoppolo.
Shut up!
Boing. This
Shut
is the Bob
up.
and Tom Show.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're so weird.
You have no idea. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Thanks so much for tuning in to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. My name is Mark Allison, and we've got some great guests on the way. Jessica Alsman, Scorched Earth from the Bits and Pieces podcast, will be joining us later this morning, and comedian relationship expert Alli Breen will be along with Sexy Time. Dear Alli, it's your relationship letters. You sent them into Alli asking for her to read them to the cast and crew, and then they're going to listen to those relationship issues and try to figure them out, maybe give you some helpful advice like breaking up or moving on, or perhaps it's just a misunderstanding. But at any rate, we're going to be having that coming up this morning. Always fun, and as Tom likes to call it, Sexy Time on a Wednesday right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. Gwyneth Paltrow expected to appear in court for the second day of a trial in which she's accused of crashing into a skier at Deer Valley Resort, leaving him concussed and 4 broken ribs. The actor-turned-wellness tycoon has vehemently denied the charges and filed a counterclaim, alleging 76-year-old Terry Sanderson, the man she collided with, was responsible for their crash. The Utah trial's first day featured opening arguments and 2 witnesses testifying against Paltrow. The second day is expected to include testimony from 2 doctors called by Sanderson as expert witnesses about his medical condition. Def Leppard drummer Rick Allen says he's recovering from an attack outside a Florida hotel. Allen was in South Florida earlier this month for a show at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. He was attacked while taking a smoke break outside the Four Seasons Hotel on Fort Lauderdale Beach. Police arrested a 19-year-old man. No motive for the attack. They didn't identify the suspect or Allen in the police report. In a social media post, Allen says he's thankful for all the support from his fans. Police say the man ran at Allen. knocking him to the ground. And that's a look at things you may have missed, Celebrity Edition. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Got this new venture. It's called Say It to My Face.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Cool.
Hey, Josh, let's say someone talks smack about you on Facebook or Twitter.
Sure.
And the first thing you do is you'd call me, then I go to their house. And when they answer the door, I'll just yell, "Say it to my face." And then I'll jack them with a blood dart right to the larynx. And Christy, you and your ladies don't got to worry either, because I got you covered too. See, my friend Tasha and I are launching an all-female company called "Oh, No, You Didn't." Pretty good. Well, it's hard to spell it on the radio, but in print, it's badass. It's all hymenated.
Hymenated?
Yep.
So the next time some chick, calls another chick an obese whale when you post your porta potty selfie on Instagrams, just give me and Tasha a call. She'll go to that chick's house and slap the spit out of her while screaming, "Oh, no, you didn't."
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like those dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Good morning, sunshine. To the max, there's baloney in our sight.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
We have a guy that is, I mentioned earlier, internationally famous for a little something. It's the only talk show devoted to the artistry of the bass guitar. It's a little thing we like to call Bass Talk. Wow. It's the Bass Talk Show with Mark Christopher Roman on the bass.
Yes.
Marcus, how are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
Well, this bass player, he was having trouble finding a gig.
Mm-hmm. What a surprise.
Yeah. So he decides to take a part-time job in a funeral home.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So he's working with the funeral director, and they're late one night, and a local guy named Stanley Smith had just died. And he's there on the table in front of him, and they're just amazed at this guy's certain body part.
Oh.
It's incredible. It's astounding, actually. It's bigger than any porno stars you've ever seen.
Wow.
So between the two of them, they decide this has to be saved for posterity. So they remove the body part. And they, well, who would know, right?
Right.
So they remove it and they stick it in this great big glass jar with formaldehyde. Well, the bass player decides he's going to take it home and show his wife. So he takes it home and he sets it on the table. He says, "Honey, come in here. You got to see this thing that I just brought back from the funeral home."
Yeah.
So she comes in and she takes one look at the jar and she goes, "Oh my gosh. Stanley Smith is dead?"
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You can see why people flock to the airwaves to hear the fabulous show.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Hey, man. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Patrick Godwin in the performance studio.
Hey there, chick.
What's your middle name? Aloysius?
My middle name's Patrick. It's Joseph Patrick.
Oh, that's right.
Doesn't the performance studio sound a little bit
August?
Too lofty for the show?
Never.
Not that your performance
Not lofty enough, Tom.
That's right.
So he could be Joey Godwin.
Yes.
That sounds a lot
Joey
friendlier. Joey Godwin.
Sounds a lot more Italian mafia.
Yeah.
Joey Godwin.
You're the Irish
Joey
mob.
to take care of that. Joey. There's Josh Arnold.
Chick, another person has thrown their hat in the ring of marrying you.
Here we go. There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
I hear wedding bells.
I've got so many applications to go over now, but keep them coming.
Says here, Chick, will you marry me? Two hot and sexy bears together. Frank.
Hey.
Love is love, my friend.
Why not?
Yeah,
I've tried everything else.
Sure.
Oh, hang on. I've tried everything else. Here's Tom.
I went on to say that I see orange. That's the orangeinsoles.com sports desk, and Chick is sitting behind it. I would be remiss. Does that even mean anything?
Remiss?
Yeah, it does.
I know, but I mean, do you ever use the word remiss in any other way?
Yeah, you're right. It's really
I would be remiss.
We need
to be remiss.
We need to start a list. Remiss, categorically deny.
That's meaningless.
You can remiss someone. It's like if I went to camp and on Monday I would miss my dad, and then on Wednesday I'd feel better, but then on Thursday I'd feel bad again. I'd miss my dad. I would remiss you.
See. Well, I was going to say, speaking of missing, you don't want to miss this. It's the King Crab Orange 45 Tundra Yeti cooler. That's a lot of words. We're talking about that super cool cooler right behind Chick McGee. You could put a bag of ice in that baby, and there'll be still cubes in there by Friday.
Have you been calling it King Crab Orange all week?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Why not Orange Insoles Orange?
Because he doesn't understand.
If you'd come to the meeting.
Are crabs orange? Is there a crab that's orange?
Is there a crab that's a part of this?
Is there a king crab that's orange?
There's a king crab on this GD piece of paper.
Suck it, San Diego.
Their shell is orange like.
I didn't think it was based on the color. I thought it was just like a model of
cool name.
Cooler, yeah.
The point is, this is the how about this? This is the Rolls Royce of coolers.
Oh, it
nice
is. There's no question, and it's Orange Insoles Orange.
It took Josh and I both to lift it. It's heavy.
I could have done it myself.
You could lift by yourself?
I would have been struggling, but yes.
The point is, you, the listener, could win this baby. Go to bobandtom.com/contest. This is, of course, courtesy of our friends at Orange Insoles. And by the way, also, we're throwing into this deal another prize. I think this is a separate winner, but it's the Pop-A-Shot game. You could win one of these for your house or your apartment, preferably if you're on the not on the second floor.
Or your piece of cardboard if you're out there on the street.
Sure.
Keep the faith.
How about a Pop-A-Shot with the Bob and Tom logo on it? Very cool.
You're not homeless. You're houseless.
Okay, thank you very much.
You could challenge people for money.
You're damn right. Come on over here. Take me on at the Pop-A-Shot.
I used to be somebody.
I was somebody.
Yeah, the term homeless is no longer...
Unhoused, I believe this.
Unhoused.
Temporarily unhoused. Yeah, sad. So sad.
Francis McDormand taught us that in the world's worst movie ever put on screen.
I know. I often dislike things I don't understand as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Poverty porn.
They were choosing to live that way.
Just say a number 3 when you insult me with that one.
Just last week, I was getting on the highway.
And you just say number 4 when you insult me with that one.
All right.
I was getting on the highway. I saw this guy. A sign said homeless veteran. So I drove up to him and I said, "Excuse me, sir. Thank you for your service. It's actually unhoused veteran." And then I drove away.
He appreciated it.
Yeah, he really because that's what they need is to change the language. That's what
Education's better than money sometimes.
They like you to heckle them. That's right.
Sometimes.
Usually not. Where was I?
Going to a restaurant. I can't pay you, but I can tell you the periodic table of the elements. How about that?
You know, potassium's K. That one's kind of wacky.
Isn't that nuts? Gold is AU.
Never stop learning. Never stop learning.
Hey, Pat, we have an email here for you.
Uh-oh.
Sue wants to know if, well, she says we, so I'm thinking the office, the old hen house, whatever she's working. We were just wondering if Pat still has a girlfriend. He hasn't mentioned her in a while.
Yes, let me check. Yeah, it's still good this morning.
Okay.
Look in the cooler. I think her head's in there.
What? Where'd that even come from? The creativity I commend.
No, we have to clean it before we give it away.
Mommy parts are in
Christy getting married.
I thought in the sink.
Whoa. What about me
getting married may set things a little weird.
I was going to say.
They getting some pressure now?
How that goes.
There's baby fever. There's marriage fever. Oh, yeah.
Christy's getting engaged. How nice. How nice for her. Isn't that nice, Patrick?
We have to actually step aside from the show for a second and say, we're not kidding. Christy actually is engaged.
Yes.
Hold up the hand. There you go. There's the rock.
Looks great.
Thank you.
Barely see it.
This is real.
A lot of room for extra rock.
That's just like an engagement ring, only smaller. Yeah, I've seen those.
It's very nice, Christy.
Wow.
Don't let them attack you.
Oh, look at that. It's small and, poor clarity. All right.
It's like,
poor Andy's getting slammed on all
It's
sides.
so sparkly.
very nice, Christy.
It may be small, but it's flawed.
And you didn't get to pick it out, right? He picked it out for you and surprised you with
Not
it?
exactly. I sent a lot of suggestions.
Hell yeah, you did. The woman likes what she wants.
I wondered how this proposal started.
Isn't this every guy's dream to have the girl go get this one?
No,
Send me a link, baby.
Yeah.
I started. He asked. I started sending him pictures, and
this whole thing, every guy wants to know if they're going to say yes before he asks. So I bet she was, it might be a good time to ask me to marry you. Stuff like that.
No, but I think
we talked about getting engaged.
With respect to the ring, you don't want to go spend a bunch of money and then have it the wrong one.
Right.
Yeah, get her what she likes.
Well,
and I really wanted vintage, and so that's kind of a specialized category, and
vintage,
they're harder to find.
Stolen, yeah.
Oh yeah, somebody else's.
Yeah. Some dead ladies.
Somebody else's dream.
Oh yeah.
No, see, I look at it the opposite.
Somebody else's.
Somebody else lived. They loved and lived with this ring, and now we get to keep the mojo going.
I think Pat is exhibiting a little bit of jealousy because you and Pat made out that one night.
Ah,
and now you're marrying somebody else.
Yeah, she moved on as well.
That is a vintage ring too, by the way.
Yeah, it
You can
is.
still see some of the cemetery dirt.
It's going to be light soon. Keep digging.
Can I tell you, Josh? The phrase cemetery dirt, that term, that's like hat for chick. That gets me going.
Cemetery dirt.
Yeah, boy.
Now, Chick, you're now familiar with what day it is that correct?
It is Wednesday, all day long.
I got this letter from Blake.
Oh, Balake.
Blake writes,
Blake.
I see that it's going to be a great day for Chick because now that he knows what day it is, 60 years ago today, the Beatles released their first album.
Oh, son of a...
You're welcome, Chick, he says.
Yes.
Was it Meet the Beatles?
Technically,
I think it was, hey, here's the Beatles.
So one of those weird,
People say they Beatle around.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's
Marketing.
referencing the VJ or records or what, so who knows?
I think it's VJ.
But
Wasn't what
Chick
it
loves
is
the Beatles, so we thought
VJ.
I like some Beatles songs. I don't want to hear about them every day of my life, but sadly, that's the wagon I've hitched my star to.
Now,
we've got an email for you, Tom.
Okay.
This is how you get skunk out of dog.
Okay.
No, we had a story yesterday about a school that was invaded by skunks, and they had to move all the kids.
Yep.
And I was wondering how you get the smell of a skunk out of a dog.
This is from Keith. Hello, Keith. This works 100 times better and faster than tomato juice. Or as he says, tomatoes juice.
Well, he's not wrong. There's more than one in the juice.
This is who we're dealing with. Technically, it is plural, tomatoes.
All right.
Quarter cup of baking soda. You might want to get a pencil. 1 to 2 teaspoons of mild dishwashing detergent like Ivory Snow, Tom.
Okay.
A quart of 3% hydrogen peroxide solution. Mix in a bucket and use immediately. And don't breathe the fumes. I added that. Work the foaming mixture well into the coat and let it sit for 10 minutes, and you're all set.
Okay, that sounds good.
Keith from California.
Good to know for those of you that have dogs that have encountered skunks.
Fortunately, that hasn't happened.
No, that's it. Have you ever had a dog show up at your door with porcupine needles in his nose?
I haven't.
High quality experience.
I've had a golden retriever with a squirrel in her mouth. She was never so happy in her life.
Well, of course.
Look, Dad.
Tail wagging. Hey!
How many times has she stood out there trying?
I finally got one.
Finally, Dad.
And then I told you about the Lazarus.
Dad wasn't proud.
Lazarus the chipmunk. So one of the dogs came up
Yes.
and dropped the chipmunk on the deck, and I went, "Oh my God!" You know me. That's hideous. So I got my yardstick.
Oh boy!
And I flipped it off the deck.
Yeah.
And into the yard by the tree. And I said, "I'll take care of that tomorrow." So I went out later, picked it up, put it in a trash bag, and threw it over the fence. So where the garbage,
Your neighbor's yard,
Yeah, my neighbor's yard. So I went to pick it up the next morning. There was a whole chute in the garbage bag, and Chipmunk was gone.
All right.
Oh, good for him.
Way to go, Chipmunk.
Okay, now we have a song coming from Mr. Godwin.
Yeah.
A tribute, once again, Ace eating nothing but pizza the month of March.
You know, thanks for nothing didn't come out of your mouth, but it was implied. Just a little nice.
I love the chipmunk story. Don't listen to him.
I said, you go, Chipmunk.
Remember that guy, Chipmunk, and Speakeasy?
That was a guy?
I'm Chipmunk, and this is Speakeasy.
That was the famous, wasn't he the famous lighting director for the famous Rolling Stones tour?
How cool.
I'm Chipmunk.
Chipmunk. Now, Pat, as you know, we've asked you to write a song every day in honor of Ace eating nothing but pizza. Today's another day. What do you got?
Here we go. Everybody's talking about pizza, Ace ate, Hell's no gain away, Domino's, belly grows, has to buy new clothes. Who knows? Here goes. All Ace is wearing is his pizza pants. All Ace is wearing is his pizza pants. That's right. Everybody's talking about cheese only, pepperoni, macaroni, fried bologna's one and only boxers blown up by a fartaloni. That's right. Come on. All Ace is wearing is his pizza pants. Everybody now, Tommy Smothers. All Ace is wearing chocolate is his pizza pants.
Give it a chance, will you?
Thank you very much. Little tribute to John Lennon and Yoko and a pizza.
And Tommy Smothers was there, right? In his hippie garb. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Well, do you know what Tommy Smothers' other thing is?
Yo-yos.
He's Yo-Yo Man. He's a master of the yo-yo, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my God.
And the stand-up bass, right?
Who wouldn't want to see that?
I'd rather watch the stand-up bass.
I think Dick played the stand-up bass.
I apologize. Okay. Tommy was guitar, and I gotcha.
I wonder which one got the girls. The guy that could walk a cool bass line in a jazz band, or the one that could put the cat in the cradle, man?
The bass guy, I guarantee you.
I wonder which one was in Goodfellas.
Can I walk a bass line, or should I walk the dog?
Casino, yeah.
Oh, Dick Smothers does just fine in Casino.
Yeah,
that
he
blonde.
does.
Yeah.
Now, coming up, we have some big news from the world of sports. And
it's a whorehouse, Tom. Shut up.
Also, believe it or not, Jack Daniels at the Supreme Court today in a rather unusual
Good. Maybe
case.
it'll loosen them up.
I was going to say, I think they could use a little.
Yeah. Let me look at that
I
thing.
recommend it on the rocks.
We have a basketball court. Who cares? Get drunk.
Bring him in. I'll rule. By God. Have you seen this ruler? Huh? Whoa.
It involves a dog toy. So we'll see what's happening with the Supreme Court and Jack Daniels today. We've got a prison escape. We've got someone skateboarding out of an airplane.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool story. Then I thought, parachute. Anybody can do that.
If you're a regular Bob and Tom show listener.
How do you stay on the skateboard, though? That's what I want to know.
I can't understand why you'd be listening if you weren't a regular Bob and Tom. We always recommend, I do specifically, Simply Safe Home Security, the do-it-yourself, design-it-yourself home security system. You know, U.S. News recently named Simply Safe the best home security system of 2023. It's the best, Jerry. And CNET recently awarded them Editor's Choice Pick. Designed with cutting-edge security technology and powered by 24/7 professional monitoring. You got an emergency? Well, Simply Safe's professional monitoring agents use fast protect technology to capture critical evidence and verify the threat is real. You get priority police dispatch. 24/7 professional monitoring costs about under $1 a day, less than half the price of traditional home security systems, and you can lock and unlock your doors, access your cameras, arm and disarm your system all from your smartphone. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes. Go to simplysafetom.com and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee.
Yes, sir.
Also coming up, a very tricky issue involving Canada. And, well, I really can't say what it is, but it's very, very sexy.
It's time we go to war with them. Oh, you're talking about something lighter. I'm sorry.
You're going to build that wall. It's a big one.
I want naval ships on the Great Lakes tomorrow.
Build that wall.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
things I like about you is you don't necessarily lower your sights when it comes to some of the things you do. You're willing to go out on a limb.
Oh, I have no sights.
You're willing to go out
blind.
You're willing to go out on a limb and do an impression that perhaps most people aren't going to pick up on.
I'm fearless,
and I respect you for that.
Thank you.
Especially when there's a high quality to the message, and of course, I'm referring to Gregory Peck.
Oh, yes.
Now, Gregory Peck,
Gregory
Peck, not familiar to everybody necessarily, a brilliant actor.
Not everyone knows who he is.
That's right. But if there was a period of time in which he was a big leading man.
Mm-hmm.
He was
one of the biggest stars in Hollywood.
And he was in something you don't see much anymore unless you look hard, and that is what I would call an important movie.
Yeah.
There are a lot of great movies out there, usually
The Omen,
independent movies.
No, Boys from Brazil.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, I don't mean the...
okay.
But you know what I'm saying. There are a lot of great movies out there these days, but they tend to you got to look for them. A lot of the stuff that gets a lot of publicity is just a bunch of crap with a bunch of crashes and the same old junk. But...
To Kill a Mockingbird was a great film.
One of the great films of all time. And,
Yes.
and you do one of the few tributes to it.
Well, yeah, it's a great movie. You learn a lot about tolerance and diversity from it and stuff. But it was made in like 1960 or whatever. And America's changed a lot since then. There's a lot of groups in this country, not even just racial or ethnic groups, but groups of people who define themselves a certain way. And a new one pops up every week. We're like, all right, we're weird, but you better like us, or you're a jerk. Like, all right, we'll write you down on the list. Yeah. If they made To Kill a Mockingbird now, it'd be like 10 hours long to cover all these different groups.
How true.
Atticus Finch would be out there telling his little daughter.
Now, Scout, remember how I told you that black folks are just the same as we are, and we're to treat them with respect. Well, the same goes for these Shiite fundamentalists who just moved in across the streets. They disbelieve different things than we do. So if you see them out there stoning one of their women to death for sneezing on Wednesday, you pay them no mind. Nobody likes a nosy Nelly. And in this house over here live coprophiliacs. Those are people who derive sexual pleasure from human feces. Now, just because they're unrepentant dump truckers, and we're not, doesn't mean that we are somehow better than they are. They work hard, like all Americans, to put food on their table so they can eat it and poop it out and have sex. I don't know how it works.
I don't want to know how it works.
You just have to be tolerant.
No Oscars for that movie.
No. Mike McRae. How about that?
Hi, everybody. Kristi Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. The Federal Reserve is grappling with a hazier economic picture clouded by turmoil in the banking industry and still high inflation, just as it meets to decide whether to keep raising interest rates or declare a pause. The results of that meeting will be released today, when most economists expect the Fed to announce a relatively modest quarter-point hike in its benchmark rate. That would be the 9th since March of last year. A 29-year-old woman accused of using false documents to enroll as a New Jersey high school student and attend some classes over a 4-day period said she did it because she was lonely and longed to return to her days with friends in school. At least that's the motive given by her lawyer. She pleaded not guilty to a charge of providing a false government document and will be back in court in May. And conservationists are pushing for the Venus flytrap to be South Carolina's official carnivorous plant, joining other official items like the state bird, state opera, state snack. All in all, South Carolina has about 6 official state things. Flytrap supporters say the recognition would be about protecting and increasing awareness of an interesting species found only in one spot on the globe, the upper part of the South Carolina coast and a small sliver of southeast North Carolina. And that's your news. I'm Kristi Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
So I guess I got to get off my ass here, right?
What does that mean?
Well, you can't overtake me in the marriage thing. You're going to be up 4-3.
I have had people say that.
Chick? Yes, 1,000 times yes.
Oh, you and Josh could get married to each other?
No, I'm not going to marry Josh.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom. They put the F
in Professional.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Fine.
Guy's down in Florida. He's reading the classified ads, and he sees an ad that says talking dog, $20. So he goes to the address, listens to the paper, knocks on the door. Guy answers the door. Guy says, I understand you got a talking dog for $20. And he goes, yep. He goes, can I see him? He goes, yep, he's in the bedroom. So he walks in the bedroom. Dog's laying on the bed, remote in hand, watching TV. Walks in the room. The dog goes, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
I can't believe this. You're a talking dog. What are you doing down here in Florida? He goes, well, I started out in New York. I used to teach other dogs how to lead the blind. And then, well, the Gulf War broke out. And so I went over there and I brought medicine to injured soldiers and rescued soldiers. And that was over. I came back to New York, and I was on Broadway for a while. I was in Riverdance. And of course, you had the tragedy with the Twin Towers, so I helped out there and started sniffing for bombs and things like that. And finally, I decided I'd had enough, and I was going to come down here to Florida to retire.
Mm-hmm.
The guy can't believe it. He walks back in the other room, the other guys. He goes, what's the deal? Why are you selling that talking dog for $20? The guy goes, 'cause he's a big liar.
That's a good one.
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
He's in the performance studio. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Willie Griswold.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk. The Orange Insoles sports desk. And here's Tom.
Now, if you're just joining us, Chick told a story about the Lazarus chipmunk.
Yep.
The essence of the story is your dog brought a chipmunk to the back door.
And
the
I
chipmunk
screamed like a little girl.
Apparently looked to be dead.
Right.
You flicked the chipmunk, if I understand this correctly, off of your deck.
And went and got a garbage bag.
Put it in a garbage bag, and then
threw it over. And
threw it over the fence.
I'll take that. I'll take care of it next.
And then you
tomorrow
came
morning.
back, and the garbage bag, the chipmunk had apparently chewed his way out of the bag, and it was now living the life of a chipmunk.
Or
we have two letters here
there's an opposite
suggesting
side of this story.
alternate ending.
Yeah.
For Lazarus
Yeah.
chipmunk. Hey, Chick, writes Craig from Pennsylvania. The hole in the garbage bag was probably chewed from the outside.
Yeah.
Drew writes...
Wait a minute. What's this guy's name? The first guy you just said?
That's Craig.
Craig, let me ask you something. You felt the need to send me that?
He's one of many.
Well, I was thinking that. But
Here's one.
Right?
Here's one. I'll read this slightly altered.
Well,
Chick,
think
you
about it.
you ignorant twit. Did it ever occur to something from the outside but have chewed through the bag and eaten the chipmunk? Please try and do better.
Yeah, there's a chance it wasn't Lazarus, the chipmunk.
Nope.
There's a chance it was Judas the
I
raccoon.
love your innocence. I
I'm
love your
sure
belief.
that chipmunk is out there living the life, watching Chipmunk TV, taking the little chipmunks to Little League. I'm sure of it.
Chick, you know what they watch on
Okay.
Chipmunk TV?
What?
Chips.
They love chips.
Now, is it
And
Chipmunk
Monk.
TV
They
or
love
Chipmunk Plus? Because
They love Chip and
the way
Dale.
things are going now. By the way, you'll be glad to know they're coming soon. A Guinness World Record television channel. They're going to have their own channel. David Rush is going to have to retire and go there full time. Now, a couple of other things. Yeah, a couple of other interesting things happening. Kristi Lee she is getting married, ladies and gentlemen.
And I have an email.
She's engaged. It's
to
real.
that point,
It's
I'm
real.
surprised it took a day and a half to get this email.
What?
And I'm going to read it, and that'll be the last time we read this one, because I'm sure that there are many out there like this.
It's going to piss me off, right?
Dear Chick, this question is for you because you're the gambling guy. What's the over-under in years on Christy's next marriage? This is from Jay.
No, it's not very nice.
Now,
Tell him about it.
This could be a till death do us part thing. So we just need to get
literally this
we
time.
need to get one of those. What are those guys called that do that thing where they
Actuary?
An actuary. Well, that's got to be depressing.
Because we haven't mentioned that your fiance is 97 years old.
No, we haven't.
We're not judging.
And
not at all. He's loaded.
He's filthy.
Nice guy, too.
Talk about rich.
Yeah, no kidding.
Every time I see him, he gives me a check for $5.
Isn't that nice? Yeah.
And actually, it's Josh's mom's husband, Rich.
What? Now you're trying to get too many gags into one. We have a nice thing.
Earlier, you put Pat's girlfriend's head in the cooler. What are you talking about?
It's true.
Oh, sorry.
What's in the box?
Remember, her mommy parts are in the sink.
My fault.
For now. It's an old reference.
Old joke.
Yeah, but good one.
It is a good
joke. Coming up, we have a staggeringly interesting story about that I've got a special little jingle for. You'll be glad to hear. But right now, so it's time for a song.
Glad to hear.
In honor of Christy's upcoming nuptials? Is that
Yes.
the correct term?
And is betrothed engaged or is it married? I'm not.
I think that's engaged.
Engaged, yeah.
Betrothed. Okay.
And Christy, it's no secret, has been married 3 times prior to this. And but it's been a long time since you've been single for 16 years?
At least.
Yeah, so quite some time. But this is a song called. Well, I'll let you listen and hear what it is.
Oh, I'm so tired. I gotta get some sleep.
She's had a lot of practice walking down the aisle, but she hadn't tied the knot in quite a while. So one day I asked her to marry me. Now everybody calls me Mr. Kristi Lee. You know she was married 3 times before, and I'm proud to be husband number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Husband number 4. We had a real good time on our wedding night. Husband number 4. You can bet your ass she wasn't wearing white.
Oh my God, this is my worst nightmare. This cannot be happening. Did I get drunk in Vegas?
I played bass guitar in a rock and roll band. Last year I only cleared about $7,000. I sit on the couch and watch porn all day, and Christy cooks my dinner wearing lingerie. I use her credit card at the liquor store. Man, it's good to be husband number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Husband number 4. I'm so glad Christy said I do. Husband number 4. She comes with health insurance too.
Well, at least I get to come.
Husband number 4. I'm the luckiest man alive. You know I've got it made. At least until she meets husband number 5. Can we get a credit card with my name on it?
Will you get a real job, honey?
Nice. A little tribute to Christy. Going back a ways. But
Yeah.
it's really a fine song.
Great song. 2009, I think.
Now, once again, Christy really is engaged, so we'll look forward to that. And you have a nice ring
Yes.
that you're sporting. We got a nice letter about that.
But it's not too late to get married to the show. I'm looking, so let me see your emails.
See, you were mentioning that you gave your fiance some hints.
Yes.
As to what type of ring you wanted.
Yeah, he didn't want me to.
I understand. I'm not being critical. I just want to read this one. This comes to us from Quincy, Illinois. Jonathan writes, when I was considering proposing to my wife when we went ring shopping together, she was telling me styles that she liked. She pointed out a specific ring. When she walked away from the counter, I had the gentleman write down the exact model of the ring. I, of course, came back later and quietly purchased the ring. I eventually proposed to her under the Gateway Arch in St. Louis.
Oh, lovely. Oh, that sounds lovely.
I presented her the ring. She was ecstatic. And then she told me that wasn't the one she wanted. However, things worked out. We've been happily married for 19 years.
I wonder how things went wrong.
Yeah, I wonder why she.
Well, I think this is illustrative of the What's the word I'm
this is
looking for
this
here?
is where he's going to blame the woman.
Well,
he's going to say,
I mean, what more can the guy do? She goes, that's the one.
Not necessarily.
not necessarily. She
Yeah.
may have said, "Oh, I really like
She
this."
goes. Oh, she may have said, "Oh, look at that one."
Yeah. What did he say? That's the one.
I'm with you, Tom.
Who knows? It could have gone either way.
Yeah, there should be some kind of
glad they're happy.
new protocol in this. There should be like you could buy some kind of like when at the Oscars they have the people that are the seat holders,
seat fillers. Yeah,
you should be able to buy like that everybody would agree.
Actually, this does happen.
There's like a seat holder ring. So this isn't the one, but this is the intention of this. Let's go pick out one you like.
Yes, my daughter will tell you she works in the jewelry business.
Oh,
and
there is
people
such a
do
thing?
that all the time. They'll buy just a solitaire in a plain band, and they will present it and say, "Well, we'll take this back, and you can pick whatever setting you want."
Wait a minute. Your daughter works at the jewelry store?
She works at a jewelry store. yes.
Josh, we can do a heist.
Hey. I'm already working this.
All we need is a van. We
Chick,
got
you're
it
in. Just
inside.
shut up.
Okay.
Can you guys wait a week?
Sorry.
She's getting me a chain that says Willie Dollars.
I was going to take that for you. Now you're out.
Dang it.
Oh, so that's going to be your new rap name, Willie Dollars?
It's not my new rap name. It's my new love name. It's my new
Willie Dollars.
Willie Dollars.
Could you grab
Really?
W bucks.
Right now? Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, Coach Ralph Fontaine.
Hey, Coach.
Christy, congratulations on the wedding, but it might be off after what I seen last night, dog. No wedding, no ring. Hell, we might not even have the country at this rate. I don't know about y'all, but I didn't sleep a wink after seeing Japan walk away with our trophy on American soil. You understand that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's a good game.
Then I have to see some woman on the postgame show say that Japan was better than us. Okay, Sushi Q, let's play a best of 7. Japan better than us? I say Kung Fu-y. You understand that? This is a wake-up call to our kids. Today I'm telling my kids, take my kids out to right field, get them away from the parents, have them take a knee, eyes on me, ears on me, mind on the message. You understand that?
Yeah.
I want to say, kids, there's no I in team, but I'm pretty sure you'll find one in coincidence. And what's coincidence? Well, kids, about a month ago, right before the biggest ball game this country's played since Guadalcanal, we had a Chinese spy balloon invade this country. And guess what, son? That balloon was over here stealing our signs. You understand that?
Oh.
So I don't care if it's spring training. My kids are going back indoors today. It won't happen to get on my watch. Today we're going to spend so much time in a cage, Japan's going to think our kids are POWs. We're going to put down the sippy cups and pick up the pace. And by the time you kids are 6 years old, Japan's going to be in for an old-fashioned Shanghai surprise, courtesy of USA Baseball.
That's right.
You give me 5 Billy Haynes, 4 Chick McGee's, and a trout that doesn't take the bait on a 3-2 count, I'll win you a damn semi-state. See you on the winner's bracket.
All right.
It was Japan, Coach, not China that won.
Yeah, well, he might.
He was too angry.
He was on a roll.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Coach Ralph.
More sports coming up.
All right, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.
And you're strapping on a guitar. And now, what are you going to play your new one here?
No, I'll play a new one.
Okay.
I'm not like Haywood. I can't write a song about 2 minutes, but
No, but you had a really good one you played last time I really liked. There we go. That's working.
Wayne had a wreck with a big old buzz. And you couldn't tell what kind of car that was. He rolled it in a field where he turkey hunts. That's 4 total cars in the past 6 months. But Wayne must not have learned his lesson yet. He just stuck a handicap tag on a black Corvette. Who the hell puts a handicap tag on a black Corvette? Colostomy bag and the cast is still wet. The shattered left leg with his neck in a brace. Wayne's trying to get to heaven in a high-speed chase. He's squealing tires and won't turn around. Got on a damp diaper and a hospital gown. Doing 120 in black fiberglass. Got a nurse on call and a cop up his ass on 14 prescription prescriptions for a compacted desk. Wayne's doctor's worried and his wife is pissed. And the news chopper chasing him up in the air. Wayne could give a damn about Obamacare. And his Allstate agent's getting all upset. Who the hell puts a handicap tag on a black Corvette?
Amen.
Let's do the big Bruce Springsteen in it.
Tim Wilson.
Shot game. Again, bobandtom.com/contest. Let me make it clear, since I stumbled. We'll have one winner winning both the cooler and the Papa Shot game, and it could be you. bobandtom.com/contest. And good luck from all of us here at the Bob and Tom Show. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Congratulations to Japan. Shohei Ohtani emerged from the bullpen and fanned LA Angels teammate Mike Trout for the final out in a matchup the whole baseball world wanted to see, leading Japan over the defending champion United States 3-2 for its first World Baseball Classic title since 2009. Ohtani, the two-way star who has captivated fans across two continents, beat out an infield single in the seventh inning as a DH, designated hitter, then walked down the left field line to Japan's bullpen to warm up for his third mound appearance of the tournament. Trout, the U.S. captain and three-time MVP, struck out on a full count pitch. Team USA fielded a World Baseball Classic roster brimming with all-star names from Trey Turner to Mookie Betts to Mike Trout. Despite the plethora of talented hitters, Team USA didn't bring the same pitching talent to the tournament, which culminated in the Americans being outpitched and outmatched in that 3-2 loss to Japan in Tuesday night's championship game. In a side note, in the NBA, LA Clippers star Paul George got hurt in the fourth quarter of the team's 101-100 loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. George went down hard under the Thunder basket with 4:38 remaining, laying on his back before being helped to his feet. Supported by staff on either side, George headed to the locker room, appearing to barely be able to put any weight on his right leg, looking for an update on his health later today. And that's a quick look at your sports headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
It's the most outrageous video ever because it features real girls. And not just any real girls, but real girls on video going, woo! Oh, yeah. Just the way you love them. Real girls on video going, woo! All kinds of real girls on video going, woo! All across America. Real girls on video going, features real girls. And each copy of Real Girls on Video Going features a group of loser drunk guys going, that's right. You get Real Girls on Video Going and loser drunk guys going. And hey, act now and you'll receive at half price Real Girls on Video Going. That's Real Girls on Video Going. And the bonus tape, Real Girls on Video Going, and the drunk loser guys going. But wait, order now, and Frickalall Video will throw in Real Girls on Video Going, and that's Real Girls on Video Going, Real Girls on Video Going, and Real Girls on Video Going, and all complete loser drunk guys going, yeah! Harder now!
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a so you know where I'm going.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello.
He's got his guitar and his organ. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby. That joke of the day coming up. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee. More sports on the way.
Chick.
And here's Tom.
Chick is poised to do more of his sports broadcasting from the orangeinsoles.com sports desk. Before we get to that, I want to mention a couple things. We call this the Orange Sheet.
Yes, we do.
The Orange Sheet. Here's a little bit of inside radio knowledge for you.
Very good. Not even radio knowledge
on
us.
orange paper.
Yeah, where'd you come up with that?
Some people like to get a little bit of inside inside radio.
I want to know that the orange piece of paper is called the Orange Sheet.
And we have a green sheet.
We have a green room. We don't have an orange room. We have an orange suit. Would you like to go put it on, Josh?
I'd like to put on a noose if it's orange.
I believe Josh was asking me a question before you so rudely.
That's all right. Let Tom get to this.
I have things I have to do over here.
This actually makes us money.
Josh Arnold will be on stage, should he still be breathing.
I see. Now it's nice and tidy.
Saginaw, Michigan is the place, one of my favorite spots, of course, and it's the Dow Event Center.
Saggy Balls!
My brother used to refer to it as saggy balls. And remember, there's also, that's near the...
It's nice to know that sense of humor didn't stop with you, Tom.
It's near the famous, not too far from the Zilwaukee Bridge. I used to call it the bridge that made Zilwaukee famous.
Why do we call Milwaukee Zilwaukee?
Because there's a city called Zilwaukee.
There is a Zilwaukee?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful
Why would they
name.
do that? Don't they get the mail from Milwaukee all the time?
They must.
It's Milwaukee.
I bet so.
I was very confused.
What did I say? You're a heartless bastard.
Did I mention that it's Josh Kostaki Economopoulos and Pat Godwin? That is going to be a great show. And that's coming up Friday, March 31st. Then Saturday, April 1st, Pat will be in Mason City Limits in Mason City, Illinois. Quite the drive, but you'll be there on time to celebrate their 15th anniversary. Josh, on the other hand, will be driving to Dubuque, the Diamond Joe Casino, Saturday, April 1st. And the guy that's clearing the way for everybody in Dubuque is Willie G. This weekend, Friday and Saturday, at the Comedy Bar in Dubuque. And are you going to report in tomorrow morning from Chicago? I know you got a show tonight in Chicago.
Yeah, I might call in Friday morning. I might be a sleepy guy tomorrow. I might be a sleepy duck there, Chick.
I'll tell you who's not sleepy, Willie. That man right there. I'll tell you what, the handsome factor in this room goes up and up and up because...
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
I bought a didgeridoo the other day.
Did you?
Good for you.
Are my neighbors happy about a didgeridoo? No.
Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
A lot going on.
The sound, Chick.
A sonic joke,
Well,
you see.
you're going to have to make it up to him, Chick. Or Ace. Chick, you have nothing to do with this.
Thank you.
See, this sheet is orange. Chick is white, Ace is black. Are you okay? Clear on all this?
You'll have to make it up to your neighbors by maybe grilling out, inviting them over. Omaha Steaks, spring into something delicious with the Omaha Steaks semi-annual sale. Save up to 50%, Willie. It's site-wide, and plus, you use code BTS at checkout, and you're going to get yourself an additional $30 off your order. Minimum order may be required. Thank you, Ace. Thank you, Omaha Steaks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Josh Arnold.
And Josh, now when we do this in the fall, are you going to do it's like you're doing spring into Omaha? Are you going to do fall splat? Oh, that's
Well,
a good
don't
good
ruin
looking
it.
steak. Now, thank you very much, Omaha Steaks. Let's go back to the orangeinsoles.com sports desk with Chick McGee.
Shohei Ohtani emerged from the bullpen.
Hey, Ohtani.
Stroke.
I remember
struck
a
out.
bit.
It doesn't,
very nice.
Yeah.
He said show stands for something like...
In Japanese, say is like show.
No, if anything, it would be when you say show, we should go over there.
And also,
What?
Try it. Try it once.
I see what you're saying.
Show Ohtani.
It's over there.
He's there. Over there.
And you know who was pitching last night? You Darvish. Meet you. Anyway, Shohei struck out his teammate Mike Trout from the Angels for the final out in the matchup the whole baseball world wanted to see, leading Japan over the defending champion United States 3-2 for Japan's first World Baseball Classic since 2009. Of course, Ohtani, a two-way star. He also had an infield single in the 7th as the DH, then walked down the left field line to Japan's bullpen to warm up for his third mound appearance of the tournament.
This guy's amazing.
Puts his bat away and goes and tosses.
You said they were clocking some of those pitches at the end.
100 miles an hour.
You won this one, Japan, but historically, I think we're still up.
Really? That's the route you're going to take here.
I like that better than yesterday's route.
Me too. How about moving on?
And Major League Baseball's new pitch clock is going. I've come 180 on this. I like the pitch clock.
Do you?
I like it. Yeah,
speeding up the game.
It is. It's like 40 minutes off the time of a game. Really.
It's amazing.
Helping things. Although it still is distracting. It's up there in the corner, and it gets down to like 6, 5. Pitch the ball! You know, you get a little excited. Anyway, the pitch clock is going to undergo some adjustments. It's Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred called the changes significant, but also described them as clarifications based on input from players.
You said the changes. Is it because it says changes on the paper, but you idiotically said challenges, like you read it wrong?
That's exactly.
And then you
right.
had to correct yourself
That's
like a real fool?
Loser. And
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bozo move.
Helpful.
The alterations are likely to be announced yet today, 8 days before opening day. Baseball's 11-man competition committee, established in the labor agreement last March, adopted the pitch clock. Oh,
that's sweet.
That is
pitch
sweet.
clock, follow me home. Can I keep it?
Yeah, I've been in foster care for a long time.
And also shift limits last September. That's shift limits during the game. Mm-hmm. Tom?
They haven't limited the other thing.
No, you really can't get in the way of nature.
No.
Remember, the pitch clock is at 15 seconds with no runners and 20 seconds with runners on base. You're clear on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I bet you.
I wasn't clear earlier when it was challenged.
So what's the gist of the story? That they're going to
make some changes.
Okay, but they're not saying what they are.
Nope.
Okay.
Today. And they're going to be significant challenges. Willis Reed, who emerged from the locker room minutes before Game 7 of the 1970 NBA Finals against at the time, Los Angeles Lakers and Wilt Chamberlain, and he sparked the Knicks to their first championship. He has passed away at the age of 80 degrees is what he is.
He's in his own head now.
Just
got the
throwing in random words.
I'm really enjoying this, actually. Knicks honored the New York Knicks honored 50th anniversary of their 73 NBA championship team last month. Nicknamed the captain, Reed was the undersized center and emotional leader of the Knicks, so they say, on 2 NBA championships. I'm pretty sure Clyde Frazier has something to do with that, too, but who am I?
Were the Knicks once the Knickerbockers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Were they originally?
Yeah. The New York Knickerbockers. The Knickerbocker is a character.
This old Knickerbocker, this sight for sore eyes.
Could you read the other story badly again, and we'll just move on?
And hey, the NBA season can't continue now. It is official. Paul George has been injured. The Los Angeles Clippers star got hurt in the fourth quarter. The team's 101-100 loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder in L.A. He went down hard under the Thunder's basket with just a little over 4 minutes remaining. He laid on his back for several minutes, and we'll see where that injury goes.
Not the leg, please.
More sports coming up, including a whorehouse. Very excited. Aaron Rodgers update, Lamar Jackson update. It's all coming up when I'm allowed to talk and I'm not heckled.
Now, thank you very much, Chicken Game. Also coming up today, Sexy Time with Alli Breen.
Whoop-dee-doo.
I will certainly look forward to that.
We love Sexy Time.
Part 2. We've never helped anyone, and it cost. I
agree with you on that.
I don't know how many
I
divorces
think we
we've
have.
caused. Well, you're living in an idiot's paradise.
That's right.
Wow. We'll be discussing the human intimate relations with Alli Breen,
God.
and
Look who's in charge.
How we can assist people as we encourage them to go to straight missionary. Now, if you were listening to the show in your Raycon earbuds, you would have heard each stumble. And from Chick McGee, tell me more about the Raycon earbuds.
Raycon premium audio at the perfect price point. I was just syncing up my Raycons last night, listening to a fabulous podcast with Mr. Bob Lefsetz and the guitarist from the Elton John band, Davy Johnstone, or as he was born, Davy Johnson, because they run it all together in Scotland. Raycon is premium audio. You can listen to them, too, with a premium price point. Build great habits without breaking the bank with Raycon. They start at half the price of other premium audio brands. You'll love your Raycons as much as we all do, and they've got 3 customizable sound profiles, earbud tap functions, noise isolation, and awareness mode. If you're ready to buy something small with a big impact, go to buyraycon.com/Tom today. Get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycon purchase.
Thank you. A quick closed-circuit message. I will tell you that Chick was mentioning a very specific podcast. That's if you're a fan of Elton John, that's a great podcast. Just came out from Bob Lefsetz, Lefsetz. He's also got a terrific interview, the best one I've ever heard, with Jimmy Buffett and Mac McAnally.
Is it boring? Is it super boring?
No, it's super great. Elton John's guitar player, Davy Johnston, is a really interesting guy, and he's a great guitar player. Now, coming up also, we have a sexy time problem with the country of Canada.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is a big, big problem.
Oh, we have to wait. We can't do it now.
Wait to hear what's going on in Canada. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning. I'm Mark Allison. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Again, we could not do our show without our listeners. I mean, we could do the show, but if no one was listening, that wouldn't be any fun. So we're glad you're out there listening, and thanks so much for tuning in this morning. By the way, you can see the Bob and Tom Show on our YouTube channel anytime, even right now. Just go to YouTube and search the Bob and Tom Show. It is just that easy. Next thing you know, you're having breakfast with the family, and there's Chick McGee going over all of the sports. What? The USA lost to Japan in the World Baseball Classic, and then you and your family can discuss. Or you can continue to watch there on our YouTube channel. It's a lot of fun. By the way, did I mention it's free for you to watch? That's right. Just go to YouTube and search the Bob and Tom Show and enjoy watching the show while you listen. And for those of you continuing to listen to the show, keep it here all morning long. Well, really all day long. How about 24 hours, 7 days a week long? Right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Kristi Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Brian Cox believes Succession is ending at just the right time. He plays Logan Roy and says a lot of shows go on far too long. He says the writers of Succession know there's a finite element to the story, and each season has to top the previous one. The 4th and final season of Succession premieres this Sunday on HBO. Kendrick Lamar, Billie Eilish, and Red Hot Chili Peppers are among the headliners for Lollapalooza. Together, all of them will headline the festival set for August 3rd through the 6th in Chicago. More than 170 bands are scheduled to play. And the latest HGTV challenge will turn a Southern California home into a Barbie dream house. Ashley Graham will host Barbie Dream House Challenge, in which 8 teams of HGTV home design and renovation experts compete to turn the dollhouse into a real house. Parts of the home will have a style specific to an era. The kitchen will be 60s atomic age. Ken's den will have a 70s disco vibe, and the main bedroom will be 80s glam. Barbie Dream House Challenge, I know you're going to write this on your calendar, will premiere this summer. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Kristi Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin, honey. The cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin, honey. Eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I work the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
And now, from the Amish Brewing Company, Buttermilk Ice Light.
Ringer.
Nice toss, Graber.
Thank you, my friends. Women of the Old Testament.
Okay. Ruth or Mary Magdalene?
Ruth. Okay, how about this? Ruth or Eve? Eve.
Buttermilk Ice Light from the Amish Brewing Company. The hand-churned buttermilk is frozen, the curds removed, put in the back of a buggy and driven around town until thawed, then returned to the farm and slowly filtered through a hand-sewn patchwork quilt, then refrozen to create the unique taste of Buttermilk Ice Light.
Okay, plain black floor-length dress or red lacy see-through teddy? Plain black floor-length dress.
When you say buttermilk, you've said it all.
99 glasses of buttermilk on the wall.
Hold it. Fritz. Fritz, move over. Let me drive the buggy. It's okay, Graber. I took his reins away when he wasn't looking. You're a good friend, Yoder.
The Amish Brewing Company would like to remind you, if thou hast had too much to drink, thou shalt not drive. Amish Brewing Company, Napanee, Indiana.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
I don't blame them. I'll say it like this. What I hate worse than the common flies are them little fruit flies that are always hanging around in bars or in the summer around wet dog peaters. I swear to God. They could be 1,000 miles away and somehow spot a wet dog peter like a hawk surveying feeder mouse. They always find them. Flies are sort of badass. When you ever seen pictures of flies up close?
Weird, huh?
Yeah.
Their eyes are like mini disco balls.
Yes.
They can see over like 200 different angles. Now, I bet flies would be great billiards players if they could make sticks to fit their hands.
Yeah, they can see everything.
Silly.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hello, Chick McGee.
Hello, there's Josh Arnold.
You're the funniest person on the planet. I cannot stand it.
Thank you. There's Ace Cosby.
You must be on something.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning, man.
No, it's not a very big planet. There's a guy on Mars I've heard about, but this planet,
Yes,
I'm the
it's yours.
Yeah, that's right. I'm Chick, and here's Tom. Hi, buddy. Anytime. What am I on your pay no mind? What's going on over there?
I'm sorry. You've been talking so much. I somehow was doing some kind of weird sonic editing, so when your lips moved, I didn't hear anything. It was wonderful.
Okay.
Chick McGee is at the orangeinsoles.com sports desk. I'll remind you of a couple quick things. Then I've got a test for Josh.
You know, there was a time when you would say something like you just said, and I would be a little, I'd feel it.
Yeah.
But you say it so much now, almost constantly. It really has no effect anymore.
No, that's good. I just need the listener to understand that there's a.
I'm drunk?
Okay. Yeah, okay, good. Now, see, now I've lost my place. Oh, I know. Don't forget to check this out, bobandtom.com/contest. You could win, this is what every guy wants, what every lady wants, the Bob and Tom Papa Shot for your house. That's right. You can get one of these and have it in your basement.
Honey, we won the Papa Shot.
Or your living room. What if you're in a second floor apartment? Maybe want to cut back on the dribbling before you shoot.
Yeah. Sorry, we're only in the round of 32 right now.
We've also got courtesy of orangeinsoles.com, by the way, and we've also got that beautiful cooler, which, like I said, if you put ice in that thing on a Monday, it's still going to have ice in there on a Friday. This thing is space age. It's a beautiful, beautiful cooler. It's the King Crab Orange 45 Tundra Yeti cooler from Orange Insoles, and it's a beautiful orange, just like Orange Insoles. So thank you very much. Now, Josh, here's your test.
Okay.
Spell, without looking, spell Dubuque.
Dubuque.
Very good.
Nice.
I never would have been able to get that myself. I bring that up because Josh will be in Dubuque Saturday, April 1st at the Diamond Joe Casino. Willie G is in Dubuque this weekend at the Comedy Bar. I'm talking about both Friday and Saturday nights. A headline show with Willie. How do you get tickets?
Just go to my Instagram at willie.griswold. There's a link in the bio. Check it out.
Okay.
When Willie's hosted a big-time show on some network, you could be there and you could say, I saw him when he did his first headlining gig. That's exactly right. This weekend.
I just saw him do a gig. It was great. Were you the headliner of that gig that I went to?
No, I hosted night before Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay,
Pat
sorry.
headlined.
That's quite the difference.
Yeah,
I can't headline when the kid from Philly's in the building. Are
Did you stick
kidding
around
me?
for
And
Pat?
Willie did a heck of a job.
No, I left immediately.
That's what I thought.
I didn't even know Pat was
So,
there.
and you're
I
the
was
show
at
you
that
saw,
show.
Willie did it.
Yeah, but there you go. I had to go make a turkey.
The kid always headlines. You're obviously not familiar with Mr. Godwin.
No,
Philly the Kid.
Pat Godwin, by the way.
Yes.
Saturday, April 1st.
MASONCITY.
Saturday, April 1st, Mason City Limits, Mason City, Illinois. That'll be a great show. And the night before that, you, Josh, and Kostaki are in Saginaw at the Dow Event Center. That's Friday, March 31st, a show not to be missed. Now,
Here's some other words that end in ITY.
itty,
Duplicity.
bitty.
Bitty, multiplicity.
And
Duplicity.
do we have any
Clitty.
sports?
Whoa.
Hey, you remember Lamar Jackson said that he's still not signed a contract, and he had his mom negotiate. You know this, right? He doesn't have an agent, which is causing quite the problem across the NFL, and we got to have an agent.
No, you don't. You get to keep the money all to yourself.
That's what the agents are saying, of course, but it does help, I guess, because all these guys talk. But evidently, sources say that Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson is starting to talk to other NFL teams through his representative. I'm not sure if that means his mom, but he's sending feelers out because he says he is, quote, done with the Ravens. And he also adds he doesn't need a guaranteed contract. The scuttlebutt was, Tom, that after Deshaun Watson, you know, the criminal, he signed his all-guaranteed contract for $250 million for 6 months. And Lamar Jackson wanted an entirely guaranteed contract. And that's where you heard the word collusion, because none of the NFL owners wanted to be the next guy to give somebody a fully guaranteed contract like that. So Lamar says he doesn't need that. He wants to go to another team.
So he'll play for the Ravens nevermore.
Washington. That's exactly right.
Little Edgar Allan Poe stab.
Very good.
Wouldn't use the term joke.
You can't make the literary reference and then brag about it. You just
Bragging.
make it and play it
Anything
cool.
to make this interesting.
Mark,
how can you make football interesting by bringing an old poet into it? I think a lot of people care about this. Former MVP could move around the league, maybe move to Indy.
Maybe move to Washington.
Who knows? His mom could be a genius in this area.
She could be the Olivia Pope of negotiators.
Exactly.
I think sports agents are doing just fine. I think they'll be okay if she gets a taste this time.
Jealous.
She could be the Annalise Keating.
Aren't there some famous stories of players not going with a professional agent and having some very bad things happen? Didn't a couple of celebrities decide to represent people there for a while?
I think Jay-Z has a
Jay-Z has a company, yeah. I don't know if he actually personally represents anybody, but that's
I know
a thing.
Tom Cruise represented Rod Tidwell.
That turned out.
That did go okay. Yeah, it did.
They got the money.
Remember,
he showed it to him.
His slogan, show us the money. You know, and then, boy, I never, not for 1 second, liked that movie.
What?
Show me the money?
Revisit it, man.
You had me at a hello, said Scrunchy Face Girl.
Oh, man. She's lovely.
People love the movie.
They love each other.
You know,
Jerry Maguire.
I don't mind her if she just had 2 eyeballs. That's all.
She's hot.
You know who's great?
She's hot.
Yes.
Regina King as the sports guy's wife is awesome in that movie.
She is great.
Incredible.
Yeah.
She's so cool.
That's a terrific.
Supportive, very supportive.
That whole movie stinks on us.
Jerry O'Connell is Cush.
What about the kid with the big head? You know the kid, he's got the glasses and the human head.
What I used to look like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Christy used to look like him.
I used to have that look.
Yeah, glad you got rid of that.
Yeah, me too.
This engagement thing wouldn't be happening.
Don't you remember when he's holding...
This is where Josh tries to sell me on the movie. Go ahead.
Jerry Maguire's got, Kelly Preston.
Jerry Maguire's
up against the wall, and she says, never stop me. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, you're a gay man.
A mimicked sexual assault is always great.
It's completely consensual, you idiot.
Come on, chick.
Just have enough.
Well, actually,
Jerry O'Connell is today's Olivier. That's what people are saying.
That's
Jerry
true.
O'Connell.
actor. I don't
He was also in Piranha, in case you missed him. Jerry
He's pretty good.
Christy,
Yo.
can we do our Canadian story? Because it actually ties into
What are
this
you
discussion.
talking about? We're right in the middle of a sportscast.
I know, but it's gotten so boring that I want to hear something interesting. Christy,
Tourism officials in Regina, Canada,
That sounds like vagina.
have apologized for several new slogans that sexualize the city.
Well, how could that be
Oh,
sexual?
really?
The CBC reports after rebranding from Tourism Regina to Experience Regina, the organization unveiled several new tourism slogans to promote the city, including
Now entering Regina.
Please.
Show Us Your Regina.
That's the one I want.
That's ridiculous.
And the city that rhymes with fun.
see, that one's not any good. It doesn't rhyme with fun. It rhymes with vagina.
Well, that's what they meant.
Right.
You need to have it. There's a reason you like the Stooges. You and Arnold. If it doesn't hit me over the head, I don't think it's funny.
The slogans were criticized.
That's your voice.
by the community, with some calling the campaign sexist and blatantly disrespectful to the city's residents.
I think it was sexist. Did you see the one billboard? It says "Come to Regina." They spell "come" with.
All right.
Oh, never mind.
Following backlash, Experience Regina CEO Tim Reed issued an apology.
Venus flytrap?
Saying anything that has sexual nature or connotation or has been the focal point of criticism from the community has been removed.
It is correctly pronounced.
Yes,
Regina.
it is. The rebranding effort is an attempt to capitalize off
That's how
a
Scooby-Doo
phrase
says vagina.
popularized by a viral video viewed nearly 700,000 times.
Ruh-roh, I see Velma's Regina.
I like how Velma, the V on Velma stuck around.
Hey, Raggy. You get her in
The Twin Cities, of course.
Oh, yeah? What's the Twin City?
Ritterus.
That's just above.
To be serious, Regina is beautiful country. I got to drive there once. You pass into town, you go over the Hyman River. It is just beautiful.
Oh, really? Nice.
Sometimes that's closed.
It's sort of north of like Montana, Dakota. It's right in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's way up there. But this is the actual audio from the YouTube commercial.
No.
He's saying Experience Regina.
This was in 2008. This is not the actual campaign that they are using today.
Wasn't
They're
music
basing it off of this viral video.
great in 2008?
Yeah, someone has a cheap synthesizer. Here we go.
So this was done as a joke?
Regina is the capital city of Saskatchewan with around 200,000 people and a devotion to ecology that has resulted in a system of over 100 parks. City Hall is part of a cluster of modern buildings in the downtown area.
I think
it's a tourism promo. This was a legit tourism
That was a legit
promo.
tourism promo.
Yes, and then they expanded it to have the slogan. Show us your Regina is the new.
Why would they hire a guy who's singing off key, though? That is on
Yeah.
purpose.
That sounds like a demo.
Yeah, I thought that was a viral
The audio
video,
was
but
pretty low too.
That's a good joke.
Voiceover.
yeah.
I think you're trying to push a narrative here that isn't actually correct for the sake of the
That's
show.
good for taking all of the comedy out of it. But if you'd care to examine this from the CBC, you can find the actual story.
In my shoes for 5 minutes today. And now people are, dear everyone on the show but Chick, I think he's having a stroke. Please check him. Yeah.
People are worried about
Because
you.
I was fumbling, I guess, during the sportscast that Josh gleefully pointed out.
No, this is a legitimate news story. It's from the Canadian Broadcast Corporation, if you want to see the source on it. And this is a legitimate slogan. The city that rhymes with fun and show us your Regina. And at the very first line, it says, pronounced like vagina.
Wow. Yeah. No, I believe that part.
This is the actual audio from the viral video. And this was before the 2008 Waxing Festival. And you can see there's a picture of Mayor Vunt.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, wait a minute. All is forgiven.
It's V-U-N-T, Mayor Vunt.
Is it Mr. Mayor or?
Yes. Okay.
His
Please,
honor?
don't be a child.
You mean it's not Mrs. Vunt?
Here's a shot of Mayor Vunt at the fish market.
That is so...
So I'm so sorry. Let's get back to sports then.
Why don't we? Former safety and standout for the Washington Redskins, Mark Murphy. He's now the general manager of the Green Bay Packers. He had some comments yesterday on the Aaron Rodgers situation. Murphy was asked about the current buzz surrounding Rodgers. Aaron has said that he fully intends to play for the New York Jets this coming season. Murphy said, I would love to tell you everything you want to know about Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, but I'm sworn to secrecy not to say anything, Mark said.
Then why is he saying anything?
The last time...
Why doesn't he just shut up?
Boy, oh, boy.
That was a non-story? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Yeah, Josh is now deciding which stories we can do.
No, I'm just saying we're funny enough without having to make stuff up.
Do you remember when...
no one's making anything up. It's a legitimate news story.
Do you remember when #1 seed Purdue got upset by Fairleigh Dickinson Friday night? Well, their coach from Fairleigh Dickinson, Tobin Anderson, after a very moving post-game speech about how he loved those guys and everything.
Where's he going?
He's going to be head coach at Iona as soon as he can get his bags back.
Well, Iona just lost.
Lost, what's his name?
Rick Pitino.
Yeah, Pitino went where?
What means Little
St.
Rick.
John's.
That's right.
It used to be St. John's Redmond. Used to be. Now they're the Storm, I think.
Are they?
Yeah.
Check the similarities in this because Pitino, right before the game, goes, look, I am totally focused on these guys right now. I love this team.
Oh, yeah, he
They
does.
lose. Within 5 minutes later, I am packing my bags.
I'm out of
I'm
here.
getting a new job. See ya.
Gonski, they say. And night.
Can you grab that?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, fellas.
Lloyd.
Have enjoyed your Angie Dickinson's program.
Angie Dickinson. Yeah, she's very good, isn't she?
Heard you boys talking about everybody headed to the vagina out west, but boy, these spring breakers are back on the road. Most of them headed south. I keep saying them, Mr. Fuel, you know, back with hats on and the country music blaring out the windows regular. If Conway Twitty seen what happened to country music, he'd be rolling over in his grave twice.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet.
I was talking with one group of these college kids, and they said they were headed to someplace more exotic this year, claimed they're headed off to Puerto Rico.
Oh, wow.
I said, are you driving straight through? They said they planned on it. I said, well, be careful. I hear the radar just south of Miami, stupid buzzards. You know, not only are the spring breakers bad this year, but these bugs are worse than ever. We've already got skeeter trucks out in our neighborhood regular.
Wow.
But with the extra bugs, it might come in handy. I don't know if you get the paper, but I've seen where some companies going to be producing fuel and diesel from insect urine.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, I can't remember the company, but I think it's BP.
See, now that's a joke.
I knew Chick would kick a shine to that one.
Thank you very much.
Here's another one you can tell. Why do you reckon spiders are so smart?
I don't know.
Well, they learn everything on the web.
Sure do.
How about this? This will bring it home. What's creepy, horny, and has 24 legs in it?
I don't know.
3 spiders doing a menage a trois. Tom, I know you're more of a missionary fella, but that's a 3-way sex romp for spiders. Of course, it makes me wonder if there's 2 female spiders involved in a 3-way. Do they flip a quarter to see who gets to bite the head off the male? I'll hang up and listen to you answer.
That's a good question. Don't they eat the head? It's very confusing. Thank you, Floyd.
Frank Manis does, yeah.
I don't know.
Those spiders eat the head off.
They will eat the whole male, not just bite the head. Yeah.
I don't think that's right. Since when are you
where
ichthyologist?
Term Black Widow comes from?
I don't think it is.
Well,
Coming up, Remember that movie, Catch Me If You Can?
That's a gem
Oh,
of a
I
film.
love that movie.
Another piece of crap.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, so
It turns
cute.
out that that guy that movie is about,
Yeah.
Frank Abernathy?
Yep.
Or Abagnale.
It's Abernathy. They
It's,
changed it for the film.
Oh, is that right?
Frank Abagnale Jr. Apparently, almost all of that is made up.
No, really?
Yeah, they've uncovered it was he's sort of a famous liar now. He was lying about that and has been making a living apparently based on
well, thanks, Frank.
A lot of
Thanks
lies.
for ruining the movie for us.
Well,
that Abernathy rascal.
We'll find out more about it, Mr. Abernathy, or, as you say.
And still coming up in sports, Whorehouse. We got a
Okay.
Whorehouse.
All right. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, when you first got out of the Marines, didn't you have to be an usher like at your sister's wedding or something? What was that story?
Right, when you come out of boot, first of all, let me just say I was engaged once, and the girl kept the ring.
Oh, no.
That was 2 hours of salary gone. All right. No. When you come out of boot camp, you're ready for anything. I mean, you know what I mean? Outstanding. That's the attitude. Outstanding. That's the Marine Corps. When I came out of boot camp, my sister got married. She had me seat the people at her wedding. They'd come walking up to me in front of the church like, oh, you must be Patricia's brother. Sit down. Shut your pie hole. I don't want to be your friend. 200 people showed up. I put them all in the same row. Tighten it up. We don't have all day. We are totally uncomfortable. Outstanding. Shut your cake hole or pie. What do you eat, cake or pie?
Oh, my God.
Comedian Greg, hi.
Why can't we have single vows? How about some single vows?
Single vows?
I vow to be single?
How would
Just
that
some
work?
vows, you know. Do you promise to sit all by yourself in your quiet apartment with your frozen dinner and your stupid pet fish? Yeah! Yeah! Never have a ride to or from the airport? Yeah! Sign me up! Parked in lot 88Z, schlepping your stuff.
But I want to clarify for Christy, because I know Christy's a big Catholic, and I grew up Catholic. I was an altar boy as a kid, and I think Jesus is a great role model, but I think he's kind of like the popular guy in high school where everyone says they're his friend, but he wouldn't name you as one of his best friends. Like if you asked him who his best friends were, he'd be like Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Matt Damon. And you'd be like, what about Mike Birbiglia? He'd be like, I feel like I'd recognize his face if I saw him, but the name doesn't ring a bell. Jesus has a lot of Twitter followers,
He does.
actually.
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm gonna have a wedding agreement I'm putting together right now. I've been writing it over here. The girl's gonna have to sign this before I get married.
Okay.
Number
what do you
one,
have? Yeah.
at no time will your rear end be wider than your shoulders. Okay. Number two, your eyebrows will number 2. Normal size, not super skinny or painted on, thus reflecting mental illness.
It's all making good sense so far.
So far, keep going,
We will have a dog for me to play with and for you to care for. Same with children.
By the way, Greg is serious about that. We have had that conversation where you don't say that in joke form. No. You don't do your rah, rah version where you've said to me, I want a girl to marry who we can get a dog and she'll take care of the dog when I go on the road. And that's one of your prerequisites.
And pick me up at the airport in your SUV.
You've had this conversation.
Why limit it to an SUV? Why not a limo?
Because you want to drive it.
Limo's a good idea, Bob. Good idea. I like limos.
Leppard drummer Rick Allen says he's recovering from an attack outside a Florida hotel. Allen was in South Florida earlier this month for a show at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. He was attacked while taking a smoke break outside the Four Seasons Hotel on Fort Lauderdale Beach. Police arrested a 19-year-old man. No motive for the attack. They didn't identify the suspect or Allen in the police report. In a social media post, Allen says he's thankful for all the support from his fans. Police say the man ran at Allen, knocking him to the ground. And that's a look at things you may have missed. Celebrity Edition. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you everything I touch turns to sold.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Rob Haney is our guest. Now, Rob, are you...
Well, I was, as you might know, I try to be clean, and this is, I feel I might be going over the border with this, but what's the show that's always about sex? It's only
Real Personal?
Well, then back me up if you saw this. The night they had Dr. Ruth Westheimer on as a guest, and this is all true. I don't know how I'm going to clean this up. This guy calls in to ask Dr. Ruth for advice. And he said that he had been dating this girl, but he broke up with her because she had, and this is the hard part, she had extreme odor.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's what the man said. I'm sorry, but that's what. And anyways, he said that since they had broken up, they had remained close friends. And she had dated 2 other guys, and those relationships broke off kind of suddenly. He thought maybe it was the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
Should I tell her? And as God is my witness, this was Dr. Ruth's advice. She said, send the girl some flowers. And on one side of the card, write a little poem, something positive, something upbeat, which, to me, that's terrible advice. I mean, I can't imagine, can you imagine that poor guy trying to write that poem?
No.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You're real sweet, but you're woo. I've went over the line, haven't I? So that's not me. I don't. That's offensive, isn't it, Paul? You're a classy guy, and that is offensive stuff.
Did that? Are we back on the air? We are now.
I apologize.
Did that have to be clipped?
I apologize.
Yes.
I apologize to you ladies.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a... Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
When he introduces you, Christy, say, I do.
Ooh, practicing.
Practicing.
Oh, boy. Coming up.
I got plenty of practice.
Again, now, if someone calls Andy and says, we didn't say that, you did. Once again, Kristi Lee's getting married sometime soon in the near future. We're not saying exactly when. It's going to be top secret, but she's engaged. She has a ring, and it's very exciting. Now, a couple quick things here. Chick McGee's broadcasting from the orangeinsoles.com sports desk, and I point that out because I want to remind you Orange Insoles is helping us out here with this beautiful King Crab Orange 45 Tundra Yeti cooler. Want to win that baby? bobandtom.com/contest. You could be part of it. It's very easy to win. Oh, also, I should point this out. We have a beautiful Pop-A-Shot game. You could have that in your living room. Right, the custom Bob and Tom Pop-A-Shot game.
Well, I hope your face is right there.
Right now, we return to...
talk about a conversation piece.
Chick McGinney said that there is a whorehouse in the news?
Just a bit. But first, last night, Shohei Ohtani emerged from the bullpen after being the DH for all the game, most of the game, and struck out Los Angeles Angels teammate Mike Trout for the final out. In the matchup, the whole baseball world wanted to see Ohtani on Trout. The United States loses 3-2 to Japan. It's Japan's first World Baseball Classic title since 2009.
I love Ohtani on Trout. Under glass.
Oh. And here's what it sounded like with the American broadcasters.
Trout's ready.
3-2. He struck him out. Ohtani strikes out Trout, and Japan's back on top of the baseball world.
Truly the World Series.
Chick, did you say he struck him out swinging?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And here's what it sounded like in Ohtani's home country.
That is great. I love this stuff.
I swear to my God at the end there.
No, I love it when the home team or the home broadcast is. I love it for the NFL.
So exciting.
It's just cool how emotion defies language and it translates. You can kind of understand it without knowing it.
Yep.
Well, I'm sure there were some POWs listening just now, flinching. Rough for them.
Oh, really? Hang on 1 second. I'd like to explore the way the show just shut down. POWs from what country?
Now will you do something? I mean, I know we've talked about this.
Say there were some Americans in Iwo Jima
kind of a
or whatever.
jokey
Really,
manner.
that was many, many years ago. Where this is part of the détente, if you will. I know that's a big word for you.
Josh, I wouldn't Google what fencing companies were putting up in California in the 60s. We got a little goofy, too.
Man, what is happening here? Could we hear that again?
Thank you,
fun.
Christy.
All right.
That was fun.
Just saying.
This is Christy being proposed to in Japanese. Go ahead, play it.
And the crowd goes crazy.
In front of a stadium full of people. Down on his knee.
Yes.
You know, he could be saying, you know, F and A.
Just the
these
filthiest.
MF. Fired. God knows what he's saying.
These Yankee Devils.
Yeah. Tokyo Rose rules. You know, who knows?
I doubt that.
I do too.
Easy. And now the whorehouse.
Yeah. I got a question though before you get to that.
Close.
Christy.
Yes, sir.
Chris Christie. What's he up to?
No.
You know, I didn't think. I woke up in a pretty good mood, and now it's
took 2 hours.
Between you two jackasses, it's all gone.
Which two jackasses? Are you leaving Willie? And
you and your toady over here, Josh. Whatever you're thinking is correct, Arnold.
So, Christy, when
right?
When were you at what evening or when were you asked to marry?
Saturday evening.
Saturday evening.
Yes.
Okay. Now, can I ask a couple quick questions?
Sure, you may.
In the car right after she yelled at him that we don't have time for this.
Did you cry?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
Remember how I was asking the question?
We all should join in now.
Because I don't want to hear what your next question is going to be. I'm sure it will be vulgar.
Who was the first right there in the car?
So, I apologize, Christy. I was trying to ask a simple question.
HOH.
Who is the first person you called?
I didn't call anyone. We arrived at an event, and a couple that are really good friends of ours were there, and they were the first people to find out about it.
Did you wait for them to notice the ring, or did you say something?
No, are you kidding?
Well, that's what you did with us. It took us a day.
No, I was very excited, so I showed her.
And then how long before you posted something on the
I didn't post anything until Monday in the last break of the show.
Oh, okay.
Because I waited to see
I didn't know
if anybody would notice.
None of us noticed.
I found out about it while we were on air.
And you said something as you were getting ready to leave.
It was very exciting.
It was
for me.
funny.
It was cool. It was a fun little secret.
Yeah, and then so yesterday it really blew up. So
when did you call your mom?
Oh, I called my mom.
She still doesn't know.
No, she knows. I actually sent we have a family group text. I sent that about an hour after we got to the event. Once I was involved in this event, so I had a lot of things that were falling apart, and I had to fix before I could deal with my life. So
very busy.
Yeah. I am very busy.
The family group text is a topic that Willie brilliantly tackles in his live show, which, by the way, will be taking place coming up this weekend. Willie's going to be in Dubuque. And it'll be Friday and Saturday at the Comedy Bar in Dubuque. And, Willie, how do you get tickets again?
Just go online, go to Instagram, Twitter. There is a link in my social media. It's at Willie Griswold. Check it out.
And you have a terrific study, if you will, of the family text thing.
The next break, I'll do it on air. Ruin the weekend. No one's going to have any fun.
I'm just saying it's an interesting topic. I don't want to get too deep into this. Do you just have one family group text?
No.
Okay, that's all I need to know. Well, so. What'd your mom say?
My mom said, I go, oh, I was so surprised. She goes, I'm not. I expected this a long time ago. She really likes him.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So she was, we put a piece of furniture together for her, and she called my sister and she said, they never argued once they should be married. That's what she said.
Boy, not arguing while putting a piece of furniture
and
together.
I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah,
That's kind of a really nice thing for my mom.
Try building a house and not committing homicide.
No, I'm not going to do that. We're going to stay in the house.
What were you saying, Willie?
The mics are on there, Pop.
No, but my little great niece, who's like 6 or 7,
she's not so great.
FaceTimed me yesterday to say congratulations, her and her little brother. And I said, do you want to have an Uncle Andy? And they're like, yeah! And they were screaming, so it was really cute.
That's great.
Now I want an Uncle Andy. This is unfair.
You can call him Uncle Andy.
You have an Uncle Andy.
I do have an Uncle Andy. Let's go back on that. They're not married, technically.
Well, but they might as well be.
Andy and Jan were here the day you were born.
Really?
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yes.
They used to be on the show. You replaced them.
I loved my Uncle Andy.
Yeah?
Did you?
Camcorder in the basement.
Oh.
Yeah. We made our
Chick, I'm with you. No, I'm voting him out.
I'm telling you.
I feel like Jeff Probst. The tribe has spoken.
I'm ahead of him.
I'm out.
Oh, my God.
Dude, you're just getting started, baby. Come on.
You got
6 years, 82 days.
you got Dyer on speed dial, right? Let's do this.
Oh, yeah. I got this one here. Dear Bob and Tom Show.
He's pulling a cat out of a tree.
This is...
He's a hero. He's a great guy.
Very nice joke there. He's a fireman, you see.
Yes, I know.
This is signed Josh's future ex-wife, Kim.
Oh.
Kim writes, I just want you to know how sexy I think Josh Arnold is.
Josh, I'm the one taking applications.
But for some reason, my comments keep getting deleted on YouTube. So please, Tom.
Is there anything I do you can't crap on?
And the rest of you only okay-looking people. Hey, what the hell? Just know how lucky you are to be in Josh's presence every morning.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's from a Kim. I think we have to send it on over to Pat.
Yeah, Remember,
that gets
all
filed over
there's women named Kim. Pat Godwin has to marry. Oh, look at the time.
Whorehouse coming up.
Wow. And this is Whorehouse in Sports.
Yes.
And it's whorehouses in sports, isn't it?
Yes, Tom. Just go ahead and read the story so you can ruin it like you have everything else this morning.
I think I'm the only one that threw the story this morning.
Welcome to the end of his rope, sports.
I was sitting here trying to think about what's the pretty good mood I've been in as opposed to how awful I feel at the end of the show. And this is pretty close to an all-time
You can choose not to feel awful. You know that. You're in more control of
you
your...
can just restart your day.
I could ignore you and your mouth. Is that right?
You could do something useful that will make you feel like you're an important part of the show. I think we could all use a Starbucks run.
Here comes the hit.
Take that fancy car you have.
Chick, I play video games and I yell at 7-year-olds and I pretend that they're him. That helps me out a lot.
I don't blame you at all.
No, I know you do pull-through parking.
I'm not speaking to you.
This isn't a very big parking lot. I mean, is it really necessary for you to be able to pull out that quickly?
You pulled out exactly the way I do yesterday morning when you had to go get your caffeine fix, you addict.
No, I didn't know what was going to become.
I didn't either.
Can't say hold. Don't be silly.
Okay, I think we've done our good job. Well, Christy, congratulations. Sounds like a nice night. We are coming right back. We'll try to improve the move of Grumpy Humpy.
Shut up.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
Google knows everything. It's incredible. You can wake up after a long night of drinking being like, Google, who is this girl in bed with me? Google will be like, do you mean who is this guy?
Don't you mean?
Oh no, Google. hell? What did I do last night? Do you mean what didn't you do?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I like technology is crazy. I like Amazon. I'm growing increasingly terrified of the robot takeover of Earth.
Amazon knows what you're going to get. Is that what you're talking about? Hey, you bought this CD. I'll bet you'd like this one.
Yeah, it's like even in the last Terminator, the robots couldn't read our minds. If you like Amazon.com, you may also enjoy being enslaved by robots. Yeah,
you're right though. Yeah, it's like having robots.
Amazon does suggest stuff for you.
I like the spammers that use like they always use like a common name like Steve. Some generic subject like been a while. They try to pretend like it's someone or whatever. And I open it up. It's like, do you want free porn? Like, well, only a dear friend of mine would know how much I enjoy free porn. Click. My computer just explodes.
Thank you, Steve.
Go buy a new one. I email him back. I'm like, dear Steve, thanks so much for trying to send me the free porn. Damnedest thing, my computer exploded. Could you please resend?
Damnedest thing.
Our guest in the studio was comedian Shane Moss.
I realized how addicted I was to internet porn recently. I broke my computer. I didn't have a computer for like 4 or 5 weeks. It was sent in, and this is one of the most pathetic things I've ever done in my life. I found myself one day satisfying to myself to the idea of having a working computer. It's like thinking about screen sizes and.
That's hilarious. Okay. Wow.
Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Kristi Lee with your Bob and Tom news update. The Federal Reserve is grappling with a hazier economic picture, clouded by turmoil in the banking industry and still high inflation, just as it meets to decide whether to keep raising interest rates or declare a pause. The results of that meeting will be released today, when most economists expect the Fed to announce a relatively modest quarter-point hike in its benchmark rate. That would be the 9th since March of last year. A 29-year-old woman accused of using false documents to enroll as a New Jersey high school student and attend some classes over a 4-day period said she did it because she was lonely and longed to return to her days with friends in school. At least that's the motive given by her lawyer. She pleaded not guilty to a charge of providing a false government document and will be back in court in May. And conservationists are pushing for the Venus flytrap to be South Carolina's official carnivorous plant, joining other official items like the state bird, state opera, state snack. All in all, South Carolina has about 6 official state things. Flytrap supporters say the recognition would be about protecting and increasing awareness of an interesting species found only in one spot on the globe, the upper part of the South Carolina coast and a small sliver of southeast North Carolina. And that's your news. I'm Kristi Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Kristi Lee has announced that she's getting married again.
Yay!
Yay, Kristi.
I've been single for over 16 years. It's been a long time.
And you asked him, right?
No, I did not ask him. No.
But no, hang on.
It was all traditional.
Will you be honest if I ask you this?
Yes.
Did you ask him like, boy, or would you sigh when you saw weddings during a movie? Or
No.
Ask, browbeat, you know that. Tomato.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Wow, what am I going to do? I've got to get this box to Los Angeles by tomorrow.
So just FedEx it.
Are you kidding? It's too big.
Well, then overnight it by train.
by train, all the way across the country overnight. Are you crazy?
No, pal, he's not crazy. The famous Norfolk and Winston Railroad has just merged with WayPal delivery services. Together, our new company will revolutionize the overnight delivery business. Ask for us by name. We're...
Hold it. You're telling me you can get this 2,000-pound package from New York to L.A. overnight by train?
Norfolk and WayPal, overnight. Absolutely, positively.
Absolutely, positively, we will get you through it. There's Norfolk and WayPal, we are gonna do it.
When you go by rail, no package is too large. And we'll get it there overnight.
Norfolk and WayPal.
That's the name. We do it by train, cross country, by rail, overnight. There's Norfolk and WayPal.
Here at the Bronx Zoo, we actually shipped Washoe the gorilla to the San Diego Zoo overnight. We had to pry his eyes open on the West Coast, but he's fine now. Absolutely, positively.
Absolutely, positively, we will get you through it. There's Norfolk and WayPal, we are gonna do it.
Ask for us by name. Overnight by train. Norfolk and WayPal, Norfolk, Virginia.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
You're listening to Bob and
Josh sent you.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Christy, you're supposed to say I do when you
I
introduce
do.
yourself. Thank you. Go ahead, do it again.
Again.
It's Kristi Lee at the news desk.
I do.
There's Josh Arnold.
Christy, are you guys writing your own vows?
Can I help?
We have not, no.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Thank you, Chick.
I did it the last time, and it did not go well.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you know.
I like your wiener.
Hi, Ace. How are you? Pretty good,
I think
Chick. There's Willie Griswold.
It wasn't me.
What does plight thee my trough mean? Did you have to say that? That's in the
Plight thee my trough.
Yeah, I said that for one. I forget.
I thought that's when you have to go pee at a Cubs game. Is that when you say that?
There's something like that in the wedding vows. Did you ever?
Well, I have done weddings, and that's not
through the
part of the legal process that I know of.
No, but you got one of those hippie religions, probably.
No, there are certain things that legally one has to say depending on what state or county you're in.
First church.
You don't have to say let your trough overflow with whatever seed. I don't know.
It's not trough, it's trough.
Trough.
Yeah.
Plight thee my trough.
Yes. Yeah, and it's to bind oneself to another person in marriage.
Oh, that's helpful. Yeah. No one understands what you're saying.
Trough is truth.
Okay.
So it's.
I like it.
I pledge to be truthful to you forever.
Boy, that Google's really making you sound
I'm not.
smart.
I don't know this from memory. I'm looking it up because I was curious. That's what I do when I come across things I don't know the answer to.
I've been to a lot of weddings. Never heard anyone say that.
I haven't
either. You did say it.
Did you pick those?
I think it's a cool saying.
Is this when you're married, rattlesnake girl?
No.
Which one?
Rattlesnake girl.
Well,
1, 2, or 3.
Was her father not a rattlesnake minister?
None of your business.
And there too, I plight thee my trough.
There too. Oh, another word I've never heard of.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
maybe I'll use those.
Christy, my sister is listening in England. She just sent you a nice note.
Thanks, Andy.
First of all, Willie does have an Uncle Andy.
I have never in my life called him Andy. I call him that guy that smells like weed on vacation.
Oh, geez.
Hilarious.
And is this a typical message from your sister, the 6-pager?
It's. I was thinking Christy has found the right fellow with her Andy.
Oh, I have.
That's sweet. Once again, Christy
now,
really
Jan
is
and I
getting
have
married.
Andes. What?
Now, since you're getting married, Pat, you've been working on a song about Christy getting married?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
In case you haven't heard about Kristi Lee, she's getting married to her guy, Andy. When he proposed, she said, what the hell's one more? Welcome to the family. Kristi's husband number 4. Her first 3 marriages just didn't stick. Kristi was 0 for 3 and tied with Chick. Now he wants to date and even up the score.
Yeah.
Who will win the title? Chick's ex-wife number 4. They say half of marriages will end in divorce. That number seems too low. I need to find out the source. Our show is 8 for 8, including my 2, of course. Even Tom and we all know he's hung like a horse. Forget the odds, we wish you both the best. We know your love is going to pass the test. But just in case it doesn't and your marriage takes a dive, may we suggest Josh Arnold for your husband number 5. Josh Arnold, your husband number 5. Josh Arnold, I'm your husband number 5.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
Thank you, Pat.
That's a nice song, Pat. Thank you very much. Now, we are still returning to the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. I can't believe it.
You should have added, like, Pat, something. Isn't there a part where the song stopped? I closed my eyes.
I took a drink.
I took a drink.
No.
Maybe she'd never,
took a drink.
you know.
That's a great song. Thank you.
Maybe you could take a drink, if you know what I mean. After he asks you to, you know.
I know what you mean.
Sure, yeah.
These days, it's
always a nice treat.
Love, tablet, Viagra.
You think you're singing, don't you?
Well, I did just try to get a little sense of the melody.
Jimmy Garoppolo, the new quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders, has been offered free sex for life by a pair of Nevada brothel workers.
Is that right?
However, Garoppolo said, oh, really? Well, after I get done with the female population of the United States, I'll stop off at the whorehouse.
He's handsome. He's talented. He's doing pretty well money-wise.
I doubt he has any trouble.
Caitlin Bell and Alice Little of the Chicken Ranch evidently are so excited that Jimmy signed with the Raiders that they've decided to offer him free sex for life just because he's such a legit babe.
Okay.
Said Caitlin. Bell and Little are not the only ones to show their gratitude for Garoppolo, who's 31. Larry Flint's Hustler Club, that's right, offered Garoppolo a lifetime platinum VIP membership.
I'm your best client.
And according to reports, an outfit called Las Vegas Locally, the offer at Flint's Club is valued at $500,000.
What? My God.
You have to really be
I'm guessing that
a club goer.
But it still doesn't include the tippage. Can be a little excessive, I would think.
Well, Jimmy Garoppolo, being an NFL quarterback and be a very handsome man, doesn't really need this. He had the same offer in San Francisco, but it was slightly different. You know.
Yeah, we know where you're going with that.
I don't know what you mean.
Say it.
Where the boys are.
Spring break.
Yeah. Sherry's Ranch in Pahrump.
I didn't get a parump out of you.
Has also written to the quarterback, inviting him and a few of his teammates to a VIP experience. All expenses paid.
Pahrump is actually a place?
Pahrump, Nevada, yeah.
I had no idea.
Pahrump.
Huh.
Pahrump.
Now, have they made the same offer to any other quarterbacks? Maybe some of the lesser handsome quarterbacts?
You want to list those?
Yeah, really?
I'm just asking.
The ugliest quarterback in the NFL? You want to go? You want to try that?
No.
Kirk Cousins isn't ugly, but he's kind of boring.
He's real boring.
Yeah.
You know, he got upset the way the Washington cheerleaders were dressed.
I
But
bet
turns out he was right. So.
That one kid, the surfer-looking dude.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence?
I bet he's considered 50-50. I bet if you polled 100 women, 50 would say super hot, 50 would say no
Trevor
thanks.
Lawrence has the hair. I love the long hair, but his face is kind of horse-facey looking.
I bet you, depending on the lighting, he looks better.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I bet so.
I mean, he's not unattractive.
No, he's not. But I could see some women saying he's not my type.
Hot, not like Garoppolo.
Okay, all right. Well,
when he dresses as a woman, he's very attractive.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or Tom Petty. Kind of looks like Tom Petty.
More sports coming up, Tom.
This is sort of like offering an NFL quarterback free sex for life is sort of like those, what do they call them, those party bags, the gift bags at the Oscars.
Yeah.
Oh, the swag.
Yeah. Do those people really need to have...
They're nice, too.
No. But use on their Instagram and that company all of a sudden soars?
Yes.
Okay. Here's someone who's loaded and rich. How about a free Rolex? Well, wait a minute.
Do you think that's the thing? Is this Does anybody out there going to go, man, I need to bang that Caitlin Bell because she has sex with Jimmy Garoppolo, and I'm a fan of his?
Maybe.
The ultimate NFL fan.
Yeah. This could be a pipeline to become Eskimo brothers with your favorite athlete.
If we knew of a Raiders fan, yes, Tom, he has his hand raised.
Eskimo brothers?
Yeah, if you've had relations, if you and a buddy have had relations with the same woman, you would be considered Eskimo brothers.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard that?
Yeah. Pat Godwin and I are Eskimo brothers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Not with his current. She's no, far too good for me. But
what was the guy's name?
Dennis.
Okay,
Dennis Dillon. Yeah. You would have done it too, trust me.
Tall from
what a drink of water.
Really?
Okay. Well,
I don't think I could continue doing life if I had that situation with either of you. I couldn't go on. That's icky.
We still have more sports to get to. This may be one of those all sports Bob and Tom show days. I'm not sure.
Could be.
Right now, I want to change the subject to something that's just as good as sports. Of course, I'm talking about food. And is spring officially here?
Yes, we had it March 20th.
So the equinox, that's it? That means that spring is sprung?
Yes.
Okay, well.
Yeah, only like 90 days or something to summer.
All right, well.
Sorry to bother you.
The point is, maybe you're getting that phone call from your tongue, and it's going on.
Yes, my tongue is dialing the phone.
Yes, we're the taste buds that we're sick of the food you're eating. How about something delicious? That's where HelloFresh comes in. They do the shopping, all fresh ingredients. They deliver them to your place, and then you put them together. They give you the recipe cards, the whole deal. Some of the stuff they've gotten out, HelloFresh, some new stuff, the Dietitian Win recipes, each under 700 calories and made with less sodium. You can power up with protein smart options like one-pot pork and black bean chili or creamy Dijon dill chicken, each with 30 grams or more of protein. It's from HelloFresh. You go to HelloFresh.com/BTShow60. Willie, what are you working on over there?
Oh, give me 1 second.
Okay, well, while you're looking, I got this for you. Cost of groceries up. So this is the time to get started with HelloFresh. In fact, HelloFresh is cheaper than the grocery store and 25% cheaper than takeout. Once again, they get all the stuff. You put it together. What were you working on over there?
Check out the saucy pork burrito bowls with cilantro rice, charred poblano, salsa fresca, and smoky crema. HelloFresh sends you 9 ingredients. Put those together in 6 easy steps. In just over a half hour, you have this delicious burrito bowl you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
Every week, more than 40 recipes to choose from vegan over that way, all the way over to good old-fashioned comfort food on that side of things. Sign up today, 60% off and free shipping. Now, where else are you going to get free shipping these days? 60% off, free shipping. It's HelloFresh.com/BTShow60. That's HelloFresh.com/BTShow60. Coming up, we have fingers being bitten off. We have Jack Daniels at the Supreme Court today, and Snoop Dogg, all in the news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
What up, Frank Caliendo? I'm Mark Allison. Thanks for tuning into the Bob and Tom Show this morning. We've got Alli Breen on the way, a little bit of sexy time, going over your relationship letters. Also, Scorched Earth. Jessica Alsman from the Bits and Pieces podcast going to be stopping in as well. But before they get here, you'll have time to head on over to bobandtom.com/contest and enter to win that beautiful 45 Tundra Yeti King Crab Orange Cooler right there behind Chick McGee. You can see it on our YouTube channel. Brought to you by orangeinsoles.com. You could win that cooler. Man, is it beautiful, and it keeps your drinks really cold. Plus, you can win a custom Bob and Tom home dual Papa Shot game as well, made especially for us here at the Bob and Tom Show. Are we keeping it here to enjoy it? No. We're passing it on to one of our listeners, and it could be you. bobandtom.com/contest, and good luck from all of us here at the Bob and Tom Show. Someone's going to win the cooler and the Papa Shot game, and it could be you. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Congratulations to Japan. Shohei Ohtani emerged from the bullpen and fanned LA Angels teammate Mike Trout for the final out in a matchup the whole baseball world wanted to see, leading Japan over the defending champion United States 3-2 for its first World Baseball Classic title since 2009. Ohtani, the two-way star who has captivated fans across 2 continents, beat out an infield single in the 7th inning as a DH, designated hitter, then walked down the left field line to Japan's bullpen to warm up for his 3rd mound appearance of the tournament. Trout, the U.S. captain and 3-time MVP, struck out on a full count pitch. Team USA fielded a World Baseball Classic roster brimming with all-star names from Trey Turner to Mookie Betts to Mike Trout. Despite the plethora of talented hitters, Team USA didn't bring the same pitching talent to the tournament, which culminated in the Americans being outpitched and outmatched in that 3-2 loss to Japan in Tuesday night's championship game. In a side note, in the NBA, LA Clippers star Paul George got hurt in the fourth quarter of the team's 101-100 loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. George went down hard under the Thunder basket with 4:38 remaining, laying on his back before being helped to his feet. Supported by staff on either side, George headed to the locker room, appearing to barely be able to put any weight on his right leg, looking for an update on his health later today. And that's a quick look at your sports headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
The Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
You know, I got a lot of mail here at the ex-law office. Well, this comes from young Davey Radonovich. He asks, what is the difference between slander and libel? Well, what kind of idiotic, stupid question is that? What kind of little pea-brain moron would write me? I think if I were you, little Davey, I'd worry more about inbreeding than I would about the law. Davey, that was slander. If I would have written it down, it would have been libel.
This has been the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Dear Bob and Tom.
Oh, yeah.
You were talking about toenails last week.
No.
A friend of mine is a dental hygienist.
She cleans teeth for a living.
She had a patient who came in the office in great pain. After examination, the dentist found the sore tooth swollen and infected. The procedure required a small incision to relieve the pressure.
There was a toenail in there.
The dentist immediately requested a pair of surgical tweezers and removed a large piece of toenail.
How do they know it wasn't a fingernail?
Because it says this patient said he often chewed his toenails.
Can I tell you something? My mother used to chew her toenails
No way.
in front of me.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Clothed or not?
Clothed.
Oh, thank God. that is a visual.
Poor Bob has lost it over there.
Or a little best of right here. Right here.
This is a sick thing.
Wow.
That would be,
Totally naked.
How did you even think of that?
You would get,
See anything you like, boy?
I think you'd
remember
get
that.
free psychiatry for life. I think you would. I think you'd get a psychiatrist. I'm sorry. Your mother bit her toenails naked in front of you as a child. Here. You have free psychiatry for life, free Prozac, whatever you
government
want.
program for that.
We are going to fix you.
How about it, boy? See anything you like?
So, I mean,
Lord, help us, Lord.
You can imagine the twisting that would be
There's a
involved.
lot of people who can't even do that.
Okay. She was very limber. Show's over. Everybody else.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
I do.
There's
Does that make you happy now?
Pat Godwin
Trying
in
to
the
get you in practice here.
room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
And I got another sports update here as we're doing sports.
Perfect.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Chick McGee, of course, at the orangeinsoles.com sports desk. Don't forget to register to win the King Crab Orange 45 Tundra Yeti cooler. That's right. You can win that courtesy of Orange Insoles. Also, we've got the Bob and Tom home dual Papa Shot game. You could win that as well. Once again, it's bobandtom.com/contest. Yes, Mr. McGee.
Shohei Ohtani struck out Mike Trout last night to give the Japanese the championship in the World Baseball organization. Here's Ohtani, how it sounded in English.
Trout's ready. 3-2. He struck him out. Ohtani strikes out Trout, and Japan's back on top of the baseball world.
And then here's in Ohtani's Japanese.
Love it.
Was there a thank God at the end, or is that just...
I thought,
like
oh, my
said
God. And now here's what it sounded like in Spanish.
Dos outs. Showcase contra Trout. Samson, Suwara Kurasai. Siéntate, Capón. Omedeto. Felicidades, Capón.
Oh, something about a chicken there at the end.
Capone, a chicken?
That's what I thought.
I heard congratulations, Japan. Oh, Felicidad, Japan.
I thought,
just play it
open the door.
Felicidad.
Will you speak Spanish?
Dos outs. Showcase contra Trout. Samson, Suwara Kurasai. Siéntate, Capón. Omedeto. Felicidades, Capón.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Japan? Felicidad. Capone?
Yeah.
Yep. Potentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
better than what we had.
Jose Feliciano, by the way, doing the play-by-play.
Well, that's surprising.
Feliz.
Call him that baseball, huh?
Is he still alive?
Yeah. He was just awarded a
National Medal of Honor.
He's the best. How many times has a number one song been number one twice in the space of a short period of time?
Lots.
Never.
Many.
What song is that?
Light My Fire.
Oh, Light My Fire.
Remember the Doors version, then Jose did that great version?
You do like Jose's version?
I love that.
Wow.
Light my fire, light my fire, light my fire.
Yeah, that really makes me want to listen to him.
Feliz Navidad. That's what he's known for, not Light My Fire.
No, he was known for Light My Fire first.
No, Feliz Navidad.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He didn't write Feliz Navidad until 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Wow, that's interesting. You know what? I had the timeline all wrong.
Okay, maybe that's wrong.
I learned something every day.
By the way, I really enjoy hearing the foreign language versions.
It's cool.
It is cool.
Makes me want to speak a bunch of different languages.
But they get so enthusiastic.
They do.
I was kind of hoping the guys would go, goal!
Well, they're not playing soccer.
I know, but they usually are in the restaurant. Back to you, Chick.
The restaurant.
Can you talk to your father, Wilbur?
I talk to him just as much as I talk to you guys.
Okay.
I told you this. You can't go to me.
Okay.
You can go to Kelly. You can call Sam. He's the favorite. He still has some swing. I don't know. I tried to invoke the 25th years ago.
Okay.
Nobody gave me any help. I brought it to the floor.
Oh, the Cane Mutiny. Yes, we're taking over this show. Okay. Brazilian skateboarder Tom broke the Guinness World Record for the highest skateboard grind by skateboarding out of the back of an airplane.
She's gorgeous.
However...
What does it have to do with her skateboarding ability?
Trying to make the story more interesting.
Made me want to look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, she's...
However, she had a parachute.
What?
She's on the skateboard. She gets up on the rail, grinds right out the back of the plane.
Now, what is grinding exactly?
Where
Well, you take the skateboard and hump it with your groin?
No,
you get up on a rail and you're balancing and
you put the skateboard between the rail.
Okay, so she does that down off the plane?
Out of the plane.
Yeah.
Is the rail connected to something? Is it attached to the ground? Is it attached to the back?
It's in the plane.
Inside of the plane. The
it's
plane's
on the inside
up
of the
off
plane.
They put
Christy, she's jumping out of an airplane to grind. Don't act like that's the most obvious thing in the world.
No, she was grinding. She grinded and then came out of the airplane.
And so does it not go to the ground then? Is it floating?
Yeah, the airplane was,
Here you go, Will.
was on the ground. Right?
The plane is up in the air.
It's like one of those... it's not like a traditional parachuting plane. It looks like a cargo plane where the back opens up and the rod, or the bar, I'm sorry, is right there, that rail.
Okay, wow.
And yeah, she just slips right off of it.
Scary.
Oh, dude, it looks amazing. So... is it pretty easy, do you think, or difficult to keep your feet on the skateboard as you're falling?
Yeah,
it'd be wind resistant, and you'd have to...
She had to... How would she keep the skateboard on her feet?
My question is, I assume that she jettisoned the skateboard as soon as she got out.
I I see. Okay.
But she's still going out of the back of an aircraft.
Oh, it's cool, man. It's cool.
And she's beautiful. Have you seen? Google her picture, Josh. She's an X Game winner. I've seen her.
Yeah, she's very attractive and very skilled.
I heard that David Rush wants to do this over a lake, no parachute.
If this were a...
Well, that's very risky. I hope he knows what he's doing.
If this were a gentleman, would you say that, boy, he's handsome?
You mean like you did for Jimmy Garoppolo?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure I would. I'm just saying she's a very attractive woman. But what a great athlete. Wow. This is super scary.
Letitia Buffoni earned the title after grinding on a rail placed at the back of the plane that was flying at an altitude of 9,022 feet.
They call her the Boo-Foo Queen.
Oh, she's got nice abs.
I don't...
What?
I don't know.
That's her last name, Buffoni.
Oh, my gosh, Tom.
How do you spell it?
B-U-F-O-N-I.
So it's Buffo.
Hey, did you hear about what they said about my niece on the Bob and Go to the Boo-Foo Queen?
What?
Let's take a trip to Middle America. Let's get an address.
Let me ask you, what else did they say? Oh, really? The 29-year-old Sao Paulo native, she must have a booty for days, also holds the record for most skateboard street gold medals won at the X Games, female, 5, and most medals won in X Games summer disciplines for female with 12.
This would probably cost tens of thousands of dollars to do this.
Well, sure, but she had a sponsor, a major sponsor.
I just saw the video. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
And she does jettison it after a little bit.
Yeah.
I will say, though, it's only like a 4-foot rail, and she doesn't really land the trick, technically.
I think she would have.
Oh, that's
Doesn't
true.
it kind of look like she would have?
Yeah, she should land on the skateboard on the ground.
Oh, wouldn't that have been
That's
cool?
absolutely right.
Because if a guy grinds on a rail outside our loading dock, you know, if he doesn't land on it, it's still not that cool. He has to finish the trick.
You know she would have landed.
You got to land on the skateboard.
No, but the thing is, she didn't.
Nope.
Okay.
She does. The skateboard stays with her.
I don't care how good looking she is, Tom. She didn't complete the jump.
Okay.
Just that simple.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I don't think anyone's going to be able to beat this because you're going to have $50,000 to get the
you're going to
rent the plane for an hour.
Major sponsor like she had, yeah.
I like skateboarders. I like
You
skaters.
do?
Yeah.
Were you ever a skateboarder?
No, it's one of those things that I was like, man, I wish I had any sort of coordination and core strength so I could do that.
Josh, this summer, the summer of Josh Arnold, the longboarder.
Yeah, but I'm always fascinated by skateboarding documentaries and stuff.
Did you ever see Skater Dater?
I want to be there.
I never did see Skater Dater.
I think I'm correct in saying that Dennis Miller referenced that early in his career. It was one of the very first afternoon short films that was out there.
Wow.
Wow. I've got an important letter here. This comes to us from Mr. Hasty. He writes...
Well, he jumps to conclusions, doesn't he?
And he's got his nice logo here with this big H on it. He said, it's time for Tom to start planning for Josh's upcoming work anniversary. Signed, a concerned listener.
Thank you for your concern, Mr. Hasty.
Now, when is the actual anniversary?
August 1st. 7 years.
What day of the week is that? Do we know?
I can know, but I can quickly look it up.
Okay. Once again, it'll be how many years?
7.
7 years on the air with us? Mm-hmm. Wow, okay.
It is a Tuesday. August 1st
Oh,
is
good.
a Tuesday.
We'll be able to celebrate.
Seems a lot.
All right.
Sounds good.
So long as I'm with all of you, that's celebration enough.
Where would you be?
Here.
You think so, huh?
Oh, well, yeah. The way things...
Oh, the way
I've
you
been
said that, I thought maybe
running
you were
my
planning
trap.
on taking the day off.
What? Taking the day off?
For your
I said
work anniversary.
so long as I'm
take
here
the
with all
day
of
off.
you, I'll be fine.
Oh,
That's
okay.
so sweet. Okay, is that sports?
No, this is from the back room guy, Mike.
Mark.
Yeah. I ran into a little of Tom speak last night. He said, my wife had some flowers she brought home from work.
That's nice.
A gift from a coworker. I said,
oh boy.
They would look nice in a flower container. She said, you mean a vase? I immediately blamed Tom.
Hey, sometimes you have to fish around. You forget a word, you got to do a quick description.
You know, Willie, the last time I took flowers home to a woman.
Yeah?
I go, here, baby, these are for you.
All right.
She goes, I expect you to open, I guess now you expect me to open my legs? I said, why? Don't we have a vase?
I was on the ride with you, buddy. You got me.
Heard that one in 79.
Oh, it's old.
Nice payoff, though, still. The implication being, of course, that she has to stand in her head and then...
Sure.
You know,
And Japan's your world baseball champion.
ain't playing. I won't go back in the box.
Man.
That's enthusiasm is that sports?
Yep. At the sound of the fart, that'll end sports.
There it is.
This is what you farted for.
Thank you, dear. Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. Christy.
Well, keeping with our pizza theme this month, police in Florida arrested a man for allegedly slapping his wife in the face with a slice of pizza.
I know it's terrible, but it's funny.
Well, hey, aren't we supposed to... Josh and I are supposed to hit each other with tortillas.
Isn't
that
that's
an
right.
internet thing?
Yeah,
right?
It's a TikTok thing.
Yeah,
and you're supposed to put water in your mouth. And if you drop any of the water, you lose. And yeah,
is that right?
It's just like the feuding thing.
Does it look like it hurts?
Only with tortillas. Look at Tom's never been so
Most
confused
people
in his
online are doing it with like the 10-inch flour tortillas.
Oh, yeah.
I want y'all to do it with like a fresh corn tortilla.
No.
The ones that are kind of like 12 millimeters, the ones
Yeah,
that
but
have
they
some
break
thickness
up.
to it. Yeah, but when it hits, it's going to explode. We can get a
That's
slow-mo
true.
camera.
Well, I think if you hit it with the flour tortilla, a nice smack will be heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, Tom, this is a
You know what,
thing.
Tom? People are out there having fun with something that's happening.
What about
right
French
now.
breads? Can we hit each other in the face with French breads?
See, that way you wouldn't be wasting decent food.
Well, look at this. Look who it just happens to have.
Tortillas have arrived.
I don't think it'll hurt because they say they're super soft.
There you go.
So, I'm sorry, I don't understand the water in the mouth.
Should we finish the story?
It probably hurts.
No, because
And so if you yell, the water will come out?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't draw. That's true.
So let's see here.
No
I've
way
got
that
one.
hurts.
That looks...
Okay.
I felt that. I felt the wave.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
But see, you're getting a tear, and I want a total explosion.
Go hit him. See what happens.
Not now.
Now, I'm sorry, could we get back to this story? The guy hits the woman
According
with
to a probable cause affidavit, police responded to a residence in Marion County where the 39-year-old suspect, Ortello Alfonso, told officers that he had a verbal altercation with his spouse.
Would have been funny if his name was Ortega. Well, that would be for the taco.
taco sauce,
Sorry, never mind, not a pizza.
The victim, however, said the dispute became violent, telling officers that her husband grabbed a slice of pizza and slapped her in the left side of her face with it.
When pizza hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's domestic violence. Doesn't really rhyme.
An officer noted the woman had pizza sauce all over her shirt, as well as the remnants of pizza in her hair and ear area.
Oh.
Officer also reported, quote, I observed there to be pizza sauce on the walls and the ceiling of the kitchen area, which further corroborated the victim's statement. The man was taken into custody on charges of misdemeanor battery.
Wow. Okay. Could have been worse. Could have been a hot lasagna.
Sure.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Of course, then how would you grip it, really?
I would use that kind of noodle tool that they have, the sort of spoon with the little fork ends on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Scoop lasagna, and then I'd use that like a lacrosse stick. Cradle it for a little bit.
Slap.
Do a little juke, break the ankles. Bro.
Yeah.
But now that wouldn't be technically hand tossed.
No.
I think Willie's right, though. You got to use that.
Or just a regular lacrosse stick would work. And then
No,
I think
because
it'd
it
be
would
a fun
rush.
visual.
It's too netty.
Why isn't there a movie scene where a guy's straining spaghetti through a lacrosse stick?
Well,
hey, you know what? Sean William Scott, if he does that, I'm on board right now.
Why not? Why not? Right?
Yeah, the netting really isn't that tight.
Mildly amusing
tennis
sight gag.
racket.
It isn't that tight.
Hey, he's back on duty. Oh, there, Dick's back in town. I should have told you.
So this guy ends up in jail. Starts with
I mean, you can't do that.
yeah, okay, all right.
Oh, no.
That's called the domino effect.
No. That leads to more violence.
Yeah, okay.
Depends on what she was saying.
Violence begins violence. Right now, a couple quick things. Willie G, headliner, Dubuque, coming up Friday and Saturday.
Home of the Ham.
Where do they get tickets?
Go to my Instagram at willie.griswold. There's a link in the bio. Come hang out, gang.
Dubuque, Iowa, and that's going to be at the Comedy Bar. While I'm at it, Josh is going to be in Dubuque at the Diamond Joe Casino Saturday, April 1st. Some other dates coming up I'll get to when we get back. Right now, I want to remind you that you've got your shot at this beautiful, beautiful cooler, the King Crab Orange 45 Tundra Yeti cooler from orangeinsoles.com. And tell me more about Orange Insoles, please, won't you?
Orange Insoles, Tom. That's right. They're proud sponsors of the Bob and Tom Sports Desk. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
And they probably didn't know they were going to get a 3-hour sportscast today.
Oh, they got their money's worth today. When your body's not aligned, it may experience more fatigue or injuries from your feet to your back. What happens if a house is built on poor foundation? That's right. And those soft, thin gel insoles you see are no good. Orange Insoles can reduce hip pain, foot pain, and lower back pain by providing that deep heel cup for maintaining proper weight distribution and body alignment. OrangeInsoles.com, easy to navigate website. You can find the right pair of Orange Insoles, whatever you're wearing, work boots, tennis shoes, dress shoes, cowboy boots, and they have the 60-day We Want You Happy guarantee. Head on over to OrangeInsoles.com for free shipping, and right now, sign up for text messages from Orange Insoles. You'll also receive an additional savings code. Check out orangeinsoles.com today. Get proper support in your shoes and start feeling better. That's orangeinsoles.com, proud supporters of the Bob and Tom Show.
Something new coming from Snoop. Snoop Dogg has got another business coming around. Also, we have an interesting thing involving Jack Daniels, dogs, and the United States Supreme Court today. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You ever put your nuts on an anthill?
No.
You haven't?
No.
Me and my buddies used to do that. We do anthill rides. Whoever could stay on the longest. Get your nuts out, ride an anthill.
See, these are the advantages to growing up in New York.
Yeah.
That never came up. There's a few activities in the big city. We never got to the point where, you know something, I'm going to just drop my nuts on the anthill for an hour.
Yeah. Maybe
and the great thing about New York is if you did drop your nuts on an anthill, no one would notice. They're just like, would
Have you seen the crazy guy on the anthill over on 3rd? Oh, yeah, he's nuts, isn't he? Yeah.
Wow. It's dangerous, though. One year they swelled up to look like a sack of kneecaps.
Kneecaps, you say?
Nice. We play gay chicken. You ever play this?
Gate chicken? Probably not.
Gay chicken.
Oh, gay chicken.
Hold on. Have you ever asked that question and got a yes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, gay chicken, yeah.
I was in a gay chicken league for 6 years.
Chicks playing. I could tell.
Yeah.
I could tell he's got soft hands.
Love the gay chicken.
He's got soft hands.
Why do I think I don't want to know how this works?
I don't want to know.
Oh, no. It's a real chill game. It's, you stand there, you and your buddy stand there, you hold on to each other's penis.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And the
That's right.
first person to let go is gay.
That's right.
I see.
Gay chicken.
So in other words, you guys...
Now, if you look them in the eyes, you get a warning.
There's a lot of hand washing in this game.
If you look them in the eyes, you get a warning.
Welcome to a new show called I've Never Been That Bored.
Yeah.
Morning sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Thanks so much for tuning in to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. On a Wednesday, it's March 22nd. We call it Hump Day around here. Alli Breen going to be along with your relationship letter. She's also a fantastic stand-up comedian. Occasionally, you can catch her on the TV show Kennedy on Fox Business. That's Alli Breen, ALLIBREEN, AlliBreen.com. And you can send her your relationship letters or issues if you have a problem you'd like us to help solve or just want to commiserate. Alli Breen across all social media, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, she's there. That's how you get your letters to her, and she picks out which one she reads. So if you send one to her and she doesn't read it, don't blame us. Dear Alli is the name of the segment. Tom likes to call it Sexy Time, and it's on its way along with Jessica Alsman, Scorched Earth. Man, that girl can bowl. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Kristi Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Brian Cox believes Succession is ending at just the right time. He plays Logan Roy and says a lot of shows go on far too long. He says the writers of Succession know there's a finite element to the story, and each season has to top the previous one. The fourth and final season of Succession premieres this Sunday on HBO. Kendrick Lamar, Billie Eilish, and Red Hot Chili Peppers are among the headliners for Lollapalooza. Together, all of them will headline the festival set for August 3rd through the 6th in Chicago. More than 170 bands are scheduled to play. And the latest HGTV challenge will turn a Southern California home into a Barbie dream house. Ashley Graham will host Barbie Dream House Challenge, in which 8 teams of HGTV home design and renovation experts compete to turn the dollhouse into a real house. Parts of the home will have a style specific to an era. The kitchen will be 60s atomic age. Ken's den will have a 70s disco vibe, and the main bedroom will be 80s glam. Barbie Dream House Challenge, I know you're going to write this on your calendar, will premiere this summer. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Kristi Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Yes, if I could just have a few minutes of your time, I'd like to speak with you today about the joys of water sports. Is this Bob and or Tom?
This is Bob.
Yeah, perhaps you already own a boat. However, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to upgrade your boat.
Shut up, Randy. Read the script I wrote. Upgrade boats. I want them to buy one.
I've almost got him, Donnie. Okay. So there's Badass Wave Buster, Beast on the Water.
And tell Chick he looks thinner and he'll buy it.
You get a free tube if you're not a lard queen or like pork.
I ain't even gave my pager number, man.
Donnie, all right, I'm not going to do this anymore, Donnie.
Get back to work, Randy. You screwed it up anyway.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Well, internet porn.
Oh.
Well, there's
photography. People don't go. Yeah, photography. People don't go to porn shops anymore.
No?
Because of the internet.
Oh, that's true.
But I think you miss out on the social aspect.
Is there a social aspect to that?
Yeah, well, you avoid eye contact. Try to hide your titles. Tranny. Oh, no, I was working on my car. The other day, though, I was watching gay porn.
Uh-oh.
No, wait, I'm sorry. I was watching pro wrestling.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind. Jeez.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet.
That show coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
Hi. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
Hello. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. As mentioned earlier, we have the famous orange sheet, significant because it tells us who's going to be where. And Josh Arnold is doing a special show with Pat Godwin and Kostaki Economopoulos. Saturday, April 1st. It's Friday, March 31st at the Dow Event Center, Saginaw, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge show.
That's an ego fest is what that is.
Yeah. Good show. And Chick McGee is reporting for duty from the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. We have finally completed his sportscast.
Yes, thank God.
A nearly 3-hour
ordeal
slog.
Pretty good. Thank you, Tom.
My favorite part, the foreign language versions of the final pitch and last
why
evening.
Why do you like like that.
No, it just was just the enthusiasm. You don't even have to understand the language to get the fact that the
Learn
announcers
the
are-
language, babe.
Well, I'm sure learning Japanese is extraordinarily difficult.
Have you heard the Russian broadcast? It's great. Russia wins 8 runs to 0. It's an incredible broadcast.
Wow. And Putin gets the win as a pitcher and also hit 6 home runs.
That's amazing.
Really
crazy,
something.
right?
And it was shirts and skins.
Yeah.
He was out there shirtless.
Skins.
He don't like wearing a shirt.
Okay, well, now we have Kristi Lee.
I have a quick question for Ace because you're almost done with this challenge. You have 9 more days. What's going to be your first meal after all this pizza?
I promised myself a double down from KFC.
Oh, wow. Okay. You don't want like a salad or something?
I've been craving rice and pasta. And,
Once again, Ace eating nothing but pizza for the month of March.
I'm proud to stick to my pizza slices and pizza rolls and haven't had my banana or fruit salad or crackers.
And you still have both your legs and feet
so far.
And everything's going great. But we've got a new pizza song every day from Pat Godwin.
And you think you've lost weight?
Pants are feeling a little looser. So.
Okay. By the way, I mentioned this once, and we're having listeners now ask as well, shouldn't Pat be getting paid per pizza song since Ace gets his pizza paid for?
This
Maybe
is kind
Pat
of a bonus situation.
should get a bonus.
It's Pat's job.
I do it for the art of it.
And he also says, I believe it's Brian, says, shouldn't Pat at least get a bonus when he knocks out Mel Brooks in the comedy song category?
Oh, well, that's a different story.
Now, once again, the International Songwriters Competition, which Pat's won several times. Haywood has won it before, and Pat has a song in the finals once again this year.
Drunken Uncle.
Drunken Uncle is the song. And one of the people you're up against in the finals is the great Mel Brooks.
Yeah, from his new History of the World movie.
Yeah, so we'll see. But still, making the finals is a very big deal.
If you beat Mel Brooks, I will buy you a steak dinner.
Oh, I'll get my fork ready.
All right.
Okay, now we return to the news desk with the, what's the word I'm looking for? The fiancé? No, betrothed.
The betrothed.
Is that it?
I guess.
The engaged Kristi Lee.
Yeah, the company that makes Jack Daniels is going to the U.S. Supreme Court today over a squeaking dog toy that parodies the whiskey's signature bottle. The toy mimics the square shape of the whiskey bottle as well as its black and white label and amber-colored liquid.
I remember when we had the story originally. I can't believe it's made it to the Supreme Court.
Well, the original bottle has the words Old No. 7 brand and Tennessee Sour Mash Whiskey.
This is ridiculous.
The parody claims the old No. 2 on your Tennessee carpet.
I mean, do they think someone's going to buy this thinking it's...
It doesn't make any sense.
Whiskey when it's a dog toy?
I have no idea, but instead of the originals, note that it's 40% alcohol by volume. The pet toy says it's 43% poo by volume and 100% smelly. It's even not even funny.
Let's get away from the taxpayer dollars. This is so dumb. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. It is fun that people with degrees from Harvard are going to have to analyze and explain poop puns. That's a fun time for me.
Well, isn't the best part about being on the Supreme Court? Oh, sure, there's many things, but you can choose or not to rule on any case.
Sure.
It's up to you guys. So they chose to rule on this.
After winning the first round in court but losing the appeal, Jack Daniels is asking the Supreme Court to hear its case against the manufacturer.
Relax,
A court in 2008 barred the company from selling its Budweiser parody, Butt Wiper.
Well, then now, okay, so there's legal precedent.
Well, it doesn't mean it's right. I mean, this is ridiculous.
A number of major companies and brands, Josh, including Campbell Soup, Patagonia, and Levi Strauss, have urged the justices to take on what they say is an important case for trademark law.
No, if this goes through, boycott them, because if they're going to make parody illegal, if they have a sense, they could parlay this. They should be buying thousands of these dog toys and giving them to their customers.
I can't understand.
No one's going to buy a dog toy thinking it's full of Jack Daniels and mistake.
And it's not hurting their brand at all. It can't.
It's silly.
I get there, but the Budweiser case, they must have had some sort of evidence that it was. Unless the judge.
No, the judges are all on the take. Are you kidding?
Really?
Oh, jeez.
You think it was, hey, how'd you like a Budweiser colored boat?
Yeah. I don't think the Supreme Court really has any
get your free
validity
dog
anymore.
How about a free
frankly.
dog? What?
They do, but
no, they do whatever they want. They just They can take anything and make it legal. I give you slavery. Do your reading.
Checks and balances? Okay.
Whoa.
3 branches?
There's a picture of how close they are in terms of visually.
Up there,
right
Tom.
there. It's Bad Spaniels and Jack Daniels.
It's obviously a joke.
Yeah.
What's next? What's next? You can't make fun of anything because...
It looks very, very close, but it should. And it's a joke. There's a dog on one bottle. There's not a dog on the other. Of
course.
It's
got the number 2.
Lighten up.
I don't know about you, but my dog likes both of them.
Does it?
Who's a good drunk dog?
Oh, don't.
Let's get the dog drunk. If anybody says that at a party you're at, leave.
And maybe take the dog with you.
Yeah.
A person defecated in the aisle of a Broadway show that was attended by Hillary Clinton and her daughter Chelsea recently.
Those critics. I'll tell you what was the play?
I need to know what play it was. Yeah.
A serial pooper has been stalking the legendary Schubert Theater, apparently, in a recent incident.
That's not Schubert, it's shit. Okay.
Oh, human feces were found in the aisle near Hillary and Chelsea Clinton.
Phantom of the Copra.
Well, it was a production of Some Like It Hot, chick.
Well, Some Like It Room Temp.
Yeah.
Well,
Some like it's steamy.
It takes a lot of balls to redo that.
Yeah, it really does. Who's in that, I wonder?
A source told Page 6 the lights came up for intermission. There were 2 human
piles?
Turds in the aisle just near the famous
wait a minute.
musical duo.
2 questions.
That's a quote.
So someone had to do this in the middle of the first act?
Apparently.
How is turd spelled?
T-U-R-D.
And is turd in quotes?
Yes.
Excellent.
I mean, somebody said it.
Somebody said it. That's what they said.
I like to think Hillary said it.
The
there
person-
are turds there.
The person added, quote, the house crew dealt with it very appropriately and quickly, and Hillary and Chelsea remained in the theater for the second act. This is reportedly the 4th fecal incident at the theater, though another source said the recent occurrence was just an accident involving an elderly person.
They didn't find a giggling Bill in the lobby, did they?
No, here's what I did. I waited for him to go to the play.
Those aren't cigars, sweetheart.
Unbelievable.
Let's play, Bill.
Crap right there in the aisle.
What you
You
doing?
couldn't have missed it.
This is a Broadway show. Don't they have any dignity? God, do you have something for us, man?
I always do when this happens on Broadway.
Oh, really?
They say that you should watch your step on Broadway. There you go. Help me out. Something funky stinking up the air. When you're walking down that aisle, better not step into that pile. One wet wipe won't even clean your shoe. Do you want more? There's always more.
Oh, yes, please.
They say a guy just dropped a deuce on Broadway. On Broadway. It hasn't smelled this bad since the production of Hair. And I'm not one to sing the blues, but I got poop on my dancing shoes. It's on my pants and my ascot. It's everywhere on Broadway. Let me hear you. On Broadway. On Broadway.
Oh, lovely.
The theater teacher.
Sorry about that. I
That's
didn't know you were
so
gonna tag it.
disgusting. So someone had to go in the middle of the play and
The last people to take a giant steaming dump on Broadway were the producers of that Spider-Man musical.
Yeah, I went to see Urinetown, not Turd City.
Oh, no.
Well, there's a possibility someone carried it in and dropped it.
Yes.
Yeah, like they bring the squid in for Red Wings games.
Honey, open your handbag. Something I want to take.
No, the famous Broadway show Cats, the movie version, they're renaming that Shats in honor of its. When we come back, we're looking ahead. I can see, this is going to be fun. The lovely Alli Breen will be coming by with Sexy Time. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. Stay.
I watch a lot of news. By the way, my favorite news channel is CNN Headline News.
Is it?
Because there's no segue between stories. They go from polar opposite A to B with nothing in between.
Yeah.
And that's what the future looks like with a nuclear North Korea. Coming up next, a boy in Pittsburgh collects nickels. It's like the news for people with ADD. We're all gonna die. Hey, a horsey.
Squirrel.
I'm gonna. But these are some news stories that I noticed over the past several weeks. Could I share some?
Sure.
A woman in England pled guilty to disturbing the peace with her noisy lovemaking.
Yeah.
Well, she said guilty, but you could totally tell she was faking it.
Sure.
A company in Ireland created the world's first ever green technology vibrator that's powered by winding it up. Which means basically it's a Jack in the Box.
Technically, it is.
Pop goes.
Sesame Street turned 40 years old last year, which you could tell because Big Bird got an earring and a Corvette.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Floyd gets all of his Bob and Tom Show hats at bobandtomstore.com. He also gets his Bob and Tom hoodies, hooded zips, collared work shirts, and as I mentioned, that wonderful Bob and Tom Show hat. Adjustable, fits any size head or clothing. Sizes small up to 5XL. We've got you covered if you need it, or if you've got a gift, someone in mind, we have got you covered there as well. If a Bob and Tom fan in your life is bugging you and you'd like to get them a gift to shut them up, head to bobandtomstore.com. And maybe that'll do the trick. Get him a hat, get him a hooded zip, get him a t-shirt, get him something fun with the Bob and Tom Show logo, and it will make them your best friend for life. No guarantees on the best friend comment, but it might work. bobandtomstore.com. Do some shopping, have some fun, and my gosh, if you're the Bob and Tom fan in your life, treat yourself. You deserve it. bobandtomstore.com. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. Gwyneth Paltrow expected to appear in court for the second day of a trial in which she's accused of crashing into a skier at Deer Valley Resort, leaving him concussed and 4 broken ribs. The actor-turned-wellness tycoon has vehemently denied the charges and filed a counterclaim, alleging 76-year-old Terry Sanderson, the man she collided with, was responsible for their crash. The Utah trial's first day featured opening arguments and 2 witnesses testifying against Paltrow. The second day is expected to include testimony from 2 doctors called by Sanderson as expert witnesses about his medical condition. Def Leppard drummer Rick Allen says he's recovering from an attack outside a Florida hotel. Allen was in South Florida earlier this month for a show at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. He was attacked while taking a smoke break outside the Four Seasons Hotel on Fort Lauderdale Beach. Police arrested a 19-year-old man. No motive for the attack. They didn't identify the suspect or Allen in the police report. In a social media post, Allen says he's thankful for all the support from his fans. Police say the man ran at Allen, knocking him to the ground. And that's a look at things you may have missed. Celebrity Edition. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Indy 103.3 goes wherever you go. Just download iHeartRadio for your smartphone, and we fit right there in your pocket, nice and slim.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's the most talked about show on television, The Bachelorette, where 25 eligible bachelors try to win the hand of one single woman. And now, Bob and Tom Television brings you a new twist on this hit show.
She's 30 and single. She's...
What the hell do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Meet Linda Jackson. Now, here come the fellas. Say hello to Todd Williams.
Hi, Linda. I'm really pleased to...
Yeah.
Next.
And here's our next eligible guy. Say hello to...
Hold it. Are you really going to say each time, say hello to Dick Ding Dong or whatever? Jesus.
Okay. Here he is, Jerry Peterson.
Hello, Linda. I can't tell you how happy I am to finally meet you.
Right. What do you do, Jerry?
Well, I own my own consulting business and...
consulting, eh? And when did you lose your Amway dealership, Jerry?
Huh? Sheesh. What a bitch.
She's the Bachelorette. She's single, pissed off, and is looking for money. Lots of money.
Hi, I'm Linda.
I'm Phil.
Yeah. Did you forget something?
No, I don't think so.
Any gift?
Gift? I didn't know that we were...
Bye-bye, loser.
Wow! Tune in to Bob and Tom TV and see why she's called the Bachelorette. She's on the prowl, and she's got...
Shut your hole and bring on the rich numbnuts.
On Bob and Tom TV.
Well, there you go. There's a show I'd watch.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Bruce Clark is our guest.
How about that Pictionary? You ever play that game?
Pictionary?
Sure.
Yeah. We almost got in a fist fight over that, didn't we, Chick?
Yeah, we sure did.
And you play with your friends are always drunk, too. You know, all your buddies are always loaded up. Playing there. I get this phrase, I draw it, you know, they're, hey, how about a guy frying his own penis? How about that? What the hell's the matter with you?
That's in Pictionary.
Idiot. It's Peter Pan, you idiot. Right in front of you here, you moron.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob.
Details on that coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
Jessica Alsman joins us.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. What?
Did you say I do?
No.
She's not doing it every time.
Yeah.
Are you familiar? You know, you're probably not familiar with this term. Played? Are you familiar with that?
No.
I want to know about the Bachelorette party.
Oh, God.
Oh, there you go. Now we're
No bachelorette parties, no engagement parties.
It's the only one I've been around for.
No showers.
No showers. Ooh.
Did I have a bachelorette party?
P.U.
Oh, I think I had one, maybe.
Did you ever
3.
do like the stripper thing? Have a guy show up?
No.
Guy show up dressed as a fireman and
we worked that out for you.
Take his hose out.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right.
Once again, Christy really is engaged, ladies.
I really am, but I'm not going to do all that stuff. That's for you young kids.
I'm not young anymore. I can't even get on a mechanical bull. I just fall off immediately. Just slide over the edge.
Now, Christy, you just had this story about this. This is not a political story, by the way.
No.
But it does involve Hillary Clinton and Chelsea Clinton. They were the Broadway production of...
Some Like It Hot. They just happened to be there.
And the lights came on after the first act, and someone had apparently...
Defecated in the aisle.
I was doing some research during the break. This is not the first time this has happened. This goes back a couple years. A mystery pooper is on the scene in the Broadway Theater District, according to the New York Post. The Mad Shatter was striking at the musical tryouts for Magic Mike.
Yeah.
It's the great white way no more, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
they
unless it
said
sits there for a while.
The 4th fecal incident at this theater alone.
The 4th fecal incident.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yikes.
They're going to have a fecal department in the police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get a crisis manager on
Absolutely.
that.
Is someone doing it and then dropping it off in the aisle? Because there's no way they can just pop a squat.
That's what
during
I'm
the
thinking
show.
too, Jessica.
I mean,
That's
maybe
what I
they have a nice high fiber diet. Maybe
No, somebody would notice if you
I don't know.
Squatted down. What if you pretended to drop something?
In the
Like
theater.
Shawshank?
I tell you what, I went to last time I was in New York, I went to see, among other things, I went to see Mean Girls, and that one, someone should have done that during rehearsals before they released that turd.
Oh,
What is
bad,
that?
huh?
Oh, that stinks.
Probably an opinion.
Yikes. It'll probably be a big hit and tour forever. It's awful. I'm sorry. We have Kristi Lee at the news desk. What else have you got over there?
Let's see what we got. A man in West Virginia was arrested for allegedly biting the tip off of another man's finger.
Oh, glad you said finger.
Yeah. Huntington police responded to a residence, found a victim missing the tip of his right middle finger. That would be this one. one. The victim,
No one?
the victim said the 55-year-old suspect, Troy Tassin, came into his apartment to get a cigarette, grabbed an orange off of his kitchen counter. The man reportedly pocketed the orange, but when he was confronted about stealing the fruit, the suspect backed the victim into the living room, knocked him to the ground. A fight ensued, and the suspect bit the victim's finger.
Strange.
What a combination, huh? Nothing like a cigarette and an orange.
Yeah. The 55-year-old
makes me dream of the beach.
taken into custody on charges of malicious or unlawful assault. Were they able to put it back on? Do we know?
I don't know.
Right.
I mean, would he have spit it out, I hope?
Well, of course he would have.
I don't know where that finger's been.
I'm going to swallow somebody else's finger.
Didn't you have to take a finger to the hospital to have it reattached? And didn't you notice something about it?
No, that's a true story. No, I was working on a crew. We were doing some
Your father was working on a crew.
Carpentry. And the guy that was the head carpenter cut his thumb off.
Just that quick?
Yep. Oh, it was real quick. The saw kicked back. And he was a lefty. And for those of you familiar with power tools, there is a left-handed skill saw that they make, but this was a traditional skill. So his thumb was right there. And,
yikes!
But I had to take him to the hospital, and I literally picked up his thumb off the floor. Mm-hmm. And this is one of those things where your mind just does what it wants to do. And as I was picking up the thumb, I thought, wow, this guy really needs to trim his nails.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stupid thing to think. But we did the right. We threw it in a bag full of ice and got him to the hospital, but they couldn't sew it back on. He cut it right at the knuckle. Right there.
Danny
Well, you still have a nub, though, right?
Yeah, at least you have something you can hold thing on.
He was back working a few days later.
Opposable.
Wow,
yeah.
that's
It was cut in the wood the wrong way. He had it between two sawhorses. He was an idiot.
So did somebody after that try to call in sick? I'm just not feeling very well. Oh, really? I cut my thumb off. I'm here. Okay.
Now when he hitchhikes, they only take him halfway to where he wants to go.
Oh, okay. Because he has half a thumb, you see.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. This guy bit his buddy's finger off.
I don't know how much
there must be more to this story.
Over an orange.
I don't know if they're buddies, and there has to be more to this story than was.
Who knows?
To me.
Craziness. Maybe drugs.
Maybe.
You know how druggies love their oranges.
Yeah.
With the LSD.
Yeah, it helps drugs.
Yeah.
The citrus, something in there helps it out.
And hippies, too. Yes. Hippies like oranges. But often hippies and druggies are the same thing.
They kind of are, yeah. When you say hippie, I hear druggie.
Doses and mimosas, baby.
Yeah. Hey, pull my finger. not off.
Doses and mimosas.
It's real.
Okay.
That vitamin C will give you a ride.
Coming up, we're going to get to
is that right?
Alli, Breen, and Sexy Time. What do you got over there, Christy?
2 inmates allegedly tunneled out of a Virginia jail.
We're out of here.
They're back in custody, though, Josh, after they were caught.
We're back.
At an IHOP.
An IHOP?
Yeah.
See, that's not how Shawshank ends.
Hey, now that we're out, how about a Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity, huh? In my booty, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I like a waffle every now and then.
The Newport News Sheriff's Office said that Mr. Arlie Vaughn Nemo and Mr. John Michael Garza.
So why isn't the headline Finding Nemo?
Exactly.
Oh, my gosh. Tunneled through a cell wall leading to the jail's exterior, proceeded to scale the security wall. According to a preliminary investigation.
They used a toothbrush? Did you say that already?
I didn't, but I was about to. Are you reading ahead?
They used a toothbrush. I know, I saw it on the news this morning.
Toothbrush and a metal bar to exploit a construction design weakness.
It was crazy.
A toothbrush?
Yeah.
And it's through a cement block, and it was about big around as a toilet seat. They went through the hole.
They were later found at an IHOP in the neighboring town of Hampton at about 3:30 a.m.
Wow.
They were taken into custody without further
How does it make sense?
Because the cops can't get you at IHOP. They have to call in the Coast Guard or the feds because it's international waters.
Oh, I didn't know that.
International House of Pancakes, you're right.
These guys weren't done. They didn't go to a donut place.
That's fair.
When I saw the story this morning, my first thought was, how can they afford to go out to eat?
Yeah, where do you get the money?
I don't know. I mean, you get paid by working in jail. You
don't walk around a prison.
But I don't think you walk. I don't think they pay you in cash.
Yes.
So
I don't think they were planning on paying. They're probably going to eat and then just.
Oh, that's a good point. They are criminals. They're already in trouble.
Hey, Susie, these pancakes go to the 2 guys in the stripes.
Yeah, the muddy ones. Yeah.
I probably shouldn't even mention I killed a guy to get in prison.
I don't know why they have toothbrushes.
Do you get 20% now? What is it? I always forget.
They pay in cigarettes? Do they still allow that?
Cigarettes,
Can you still
ramen
smoke in
noodles?
prison?
It
at
depends
least?
on what prison.
Yeah, I think you can smoke in the yard. In fact, don't they have smoking, like they're kind of fenced off and you can go in there? Yeah.
Pat, you know that from experience?
Sure.
When you were in the big house?
14 hours, baby. Makes a man hard.
Okay.
It does it.
Did it really?
Couldn't wait.
Well, that explains
Your
a lot.
cellmate.
Do you remember in Shawshank? Hang on a second. It was
that hot scene where
it was Rita Hayworth, right?
Yeah.
And wasn't the Stephen King title of that
Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And where do they end up at? Like Ziawana or
Say Wataneu.
Wataneo.
Good work.
How did you remember that?
I love that movie very much. Very much.
What is it again? Say Watanejo?
Watanejo.
I get off on
Okay, all right. Well, thank you very much.
Remember
when Brooks hangs himself.
He does an imitation. Don't you do an imitation of James Whitmore?
Got himself in a great big hurry.
That's really good.
How do you give yourself tremolo? That's awesome.
Now, coming up, it's going to be Alli, Breen, and Sexy Time.
Thanks for the warning.
Certainly looking forward to that.
Relationships crash to the ground over.
We're helping people with their love
Country
and
and the
their love
world.
troubles. Right now, I'll remind you that we're going to have a bonus edition of the Ace Cosby joke of the day with Alli Breen.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, because Alli prepares something and ready for a feature, so you want to shoehorn something else in there, right?
Because it's brought to you by Omaha Steaks. Tell me more about Omaha Steaks, Josh.
Spring is in the air, and that can only mean one thing.
What?
Omaha Steaks, baby.
Oh,
the steak experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to spring into something delicious with their semi-annual sale. With 50% off site-wide, that's half off everything, friends. Grab all your favorites. How about some perfectly aged tender steaks? Throw in some ocean-fresh seafood, juicy burgers, incredible air-chilled chicken, and decadent desserts. Plus, when you go to omahasteaks.com and you use promo code BTS at checkout, you'll get an additional $30 off your order. You know, Tom and I have been talking about the Meat Lovers lasagna. Now, when you hear Omaha Steaks, you may not think lasagna. Trust me, once you have it, you will not get your lasagna anywhere else. It is loaded with meat and the finest meats, and it is just so delicious. It's the perfect way to get fired up. Spring into something special with the quality and convenience of Omaha Steaks. That cooler filled with dry ice and all your favorite foods comes right to your door. It's perfect. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use code BTS at checkout. Take advantage of this deal now. They're ready to ship your order right away. And listen, you're going to want to hurry because that 50% off at omahasteaks.com, well, it's only happening for a limited time. Don't miss your chance. That's omahasteaks.com. Code BTS at checkout. Get an additional $30 off when you shop their semi-annual sale today. Minimum order may be required. Thank you, Omaha Steaks.
Thank you very much. Coming up, of course, it's Sexy Time with Alli Breen. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, you are, and thanks for listening to the show this morning. As I always say, we couldn't do it without you, the Bob and Tom listener, so thanks so much for tuning in this morning. My name is Mark Allison, and you can see the Bob and Tom Show on our YouTube channel anytime, even right now. Just go to YouTube and search the Bob and Tom Show. It's just that easy. Having problems, have your granddaughter or grandson show you how to use the YouTube. It is just that easy. And for everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. That's our website. The puppets live there. Need I say more? bobandtom.com. And you can always email us, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. We love to hear from our listeners. Send in your requests, your junior win bag letters, or just something you want us to know about. We love hearing from you, our listeners. bobandtom@bobandtom.com is how you reach us. Alli Breen and Sexy Time around the corner.
Hi, everybody. Kristi Lee with your Bob and Tom news update. The Federal Reserve is grappling with a hazier economic picture, clouded by turmoil in the banking industry and still high inflation, just as it meets to decide whether to keep raising interest rates or declare a pause. The results of that meeting will be released today, when most economists expect the Fed to announce a relatively modest quarter-point hike in its benchmark rate. That would be the 9th since March of last year. A 29-year-old woman accused of using false documents to enroll as a New Jersey high school student and attend some classes over a 4-day period said she did it because she was lonely. and longed to return to her days with friends in school. At least that's the motive given by her lawyer. She pleaded not guilty to a charge of providing a false government document and will be back in court in May. And conservationists are pushing for the Venus flytrap to be South Carolina's official carnivorous plant, joining other official items like the state bird, state opera, state snack. All in all, South Carolina has about 5 dozen official state things. Flytrap supporters say the recognition would be about protecting and increasing awareness of an interesting species found only in one spot on the globe, the upper part of the South Carolina coast and a small sliver of southeast North Carolina. And that's your news. I'm Kristi Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Renee Hicks has joined us in the studio.
Morning, Renee.
Good morning. Quite the sportswoman, I can
Oh,
tell
yes,
from your
yes, yes. And we were
conversation.
talking about the WNBA. I just want to know, like, will there be, like, feminine hygiene commercials, like, sponsoring it? Because I think those things got to go. They're just too damn nasty. I mean, they got to stop. They got to stop talking about women's genitalia. I mean, and these women talking about douche. We don't do that, men. We don't go to the beach talking about douche.
You don't?
You know? No, we don't. And see, I never want to see a black woman do that.
Mhm.
Because you know they would have her just acting crazy, just walking along going, oh, girl, I ain't seen you in a... Damn, Shaniqua, is that you stinking like that, girl? Well, you need to douche your nasty ass. There's a whole family of seagulls following your nasty ass. Damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
That sexy man with a deep voice. Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
Yeah.
What do they call a bedpan in Russia?
What do they call a bedpan?
I'm already in.
I like it.
In Russia. I don't know, Ace. What do they call a bedpan in Russia?
A Putin.
Hey!
He knows his audience.
Yeah, there you go.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
How many times have you been auditioning for like a civic theater production or a Broadway musical or a church show or a school show or something like that? And you had a great audition, you sang a song, maybe you told a joke or two, and then the director comes up to you and says,
Great audition, kid, and your resume looks good, but do you know any pig Latin?
you'll never be caught in this position again if you enroll now in Haji's Academy of Theatrical Arts and Pig Latin. At Haji Academy of Theatrical Arts and Pig Latin, you'll learn to act your way through some of the world's greatest theatrical masterpieces, and you'll do them entirely in Pig Latin. Things like Death of a Salesman.
at ye, ime at day.
Oh,
Ay, umbe.
Oh, nay.
Umbe.
Old reruns of Hogan's Heroes.
Ink clay. Oh, yay, idiot, yay.
Oh, yay, Ice Ray. General J. Orcoulter Bay. And, of course, the classics of Shakespeare.
Ute eBay. Oye, atne, ute eBay. At they, is ye, aye, eschenque. Other way, aye,
There's still some financial scholarships available for women aged 18 to 25. Let me teach you to act in Pig Latin. For more information, write to Haji or phone 1-800-UKSHME. Do it now.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Soon.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello there.
Jessica Alsman is here.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Willie Griswold is here. I'm Chick McGee, and there's Tom Griswold. And it's time for our Lovelorn feature.
Sexy time. Oh, wow, look at the lighting there. Oh, Alli,
That
looking
is
fantastic. Alli, I got in trouble earlier today. We had this story about this this skateboarder, champion skateboarder from, was it Brazil?
Yeah. Sao Paulo, yeah.
And I mentioned that she's gorgeous. And these guys got all mad. Well,
not at all. I agreed with you.
But you did a story about Jimmy Garoppolo going how handsome he is.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
well, but you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't say how good-looking Jimmy Garoppolo is.
Well, I think it was significant for the story because he'd been offered free sex by some whores at a prostitute.
Adult sex workers.
So I'm just going to say, my point is, Alli, you look gorgeous, as usual, especially today with this lighting. Where are you?
Well, I'm in New York. I'm in a hotel because they're doing construction, my next door neighbor, and we have no plumbing for 2 days. So, they put us in a hotel where they're also doing construction here. So I don't know if you're going to hear that.
Okay. Well,
I'm sure they'll have that all straightened away in 2 days.
Now, Alli, you've been appearing on television a lot lately. Do you want to tell us the shows you've been on?
Yeah, I've been doing Kennedy and Gutfeld, and I should be back on Kennedy tonight, actually.
All right. Oh, that'll be cool. And where does one find Kennedy and Gutfeld? What are the names of the?
They're on Fox, but Kennedy's on Fox Business, I think, and Gutfeld's on. Yeah.
Okay.
So
you just cut out there. I'm sorry. Gutfeld is on which one?
Fox News.
Okay. It gets so confusing. There's so many stations out there. And once again, Alli, I know that you are a professional comedian. And as I like to say, even Tiger Woods has someone that helps him with his golf swing. So at this time, what I'd like to do is give you a little comedy lesson from the one, the only Ace Cosby, the pizza-eating man. And it's a special bonus by request, a special bonus Ace Cosby joke of the day.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
We've all been there, slow service, snooty waiters. I hate that. The other day, I was waiting for my pizza. I said, waiter, will my pizza be long? He said, no, it'll be round.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Round. See how that works, Chick? That was
I understand language. Yeah.
Geometry joke, really. Alli collects letters from those that are having love trouble, and you can reach her, ALLIBREEN, at various social media platforms. What do we have as problems today, Alli?
Dear Alli, my childhood best friend's dad just got divorced for the second time, and I ran into him at the grocery store while I was home visiting family. She and I haven't been close in years, and I was finding her dad really hot. We had some chemistry. Would it be crazy to try to date him? There's a 22-year gap, and would I need to ask her first?
You guys want to take this?
No, Christy, what do you think on this? Would you appreciate, if you were if this was your father, would you appreciate your friend coming to you first?
Yes, I would.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's bigger than the age gap.
Yeah.
Alsman, how do you feel?
I think that's very respectful of your friend.
Somebody wants to date your dad. Would you like them to come to you first and ask?
Yeah, so I can say no.
Oh, you would?
Yeah, that'd
That's
be weird.
unreasonable.
I know.
Let's say you haven't seen it's a friend, but you haven't seen them in 8 years.
But what if you hated them?
Yeah.
What if they were a friend you really didn't really like? It was one of those
I'd be like,
frenemies.
Oh, yeah, I forget that women have friends they don't like.
Yeah, of course.
It's a weird...
Tina, remember when you got herpes in college from that guy? I don't want you to give herpes to my dad. Yeah.
Oh, God.
You know?
I don't want you to give herpes to my dad is a very funny sentence.
Alli, what are your thoughts on this one?
Well, she does say it's his second divorce, so it's not like the mom was the first one. You know what I mean? It's not like right after the mom. So that makes me feel a little better. But yeah, she should ask her friend, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, that's going to be a weird Thanksgiving to just show up after you haven't seen everyone in years and hang with a friend. You know?
Yeah. I just don't want her to try to act like my stepmom. I guess I wouldn't care, but as soon as she started to insert herself, if she did, I would be like, I will ruin you.
I doubt that would happen. But
I don't know. Mind your own business. Let him do what he wants. That's what I say. We
That's
have
good advice, Tom.
We have Alli Breen once again looking great as always. Real quick, do you have any gigs coming up this weekend?
I do. I'm at the Oviedo Cultural Center in Florida on April 1st.
Cool.
I think it's... Yeah.
That'll be cool. Well, let's get to our next letter, Alli. What do you got?
Dear Alli, my girlfriend often has bits of toilet paper in her private parts. Should I tell her?
Should he tell her or what?
Or is that too mortifying?
It's mortifying, but you should tell her.
I feel like this actually happens more than we realize. So thank you so much for bringing it to the attention of women everywhere. When you wipe, you do not have to go up that way. Just kind of pat.
I bet it happens more nowadays than it used to because of the shaving down there. It's a little coarser. It can get that way. Yeah,
like Velcro.
So the toilet paper will tear. Yes, go ahead and tell her.
Yeah, I would recommend maybe you're having a candlelight dinner and you've ordered the wine and the waiter walks away and you go, hey, by the way, I want to tell you something. Your bum crack is well, this is speckled with white paper. This is the other one.
I think you should be clear and communicate about this, but if you want like a back door, so to speak, get a bidet. You know, there's other ways to go about this without making it very obvious.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably like the environmentalists who use the really thin biodegradable paper might have this problem a little more than people who go with the thick stuff.
Maybe it's not a wiping issue. Maybe she has little pieces of toilet paper down there because she cut herself shaving.
Yeah. You don't have to shave that part.
Oh, that is a fine joke. That deserves a much bigger laugh than that.
But Willie's right. My bidet is, there are 3 buttons.
Yeah.
One is called bidet, and the other is like, there's another one that's for the front, naughty for a woman. So it's not just for bee holes anymore.
There you go.
There's 3 power settings?
Oh, the power settings can go from like 0 to 10.
Oh, yeah, you should
that's what
definitely
the
get
front.
this for this.
Yeah, that's
There's
what the
bidet,
front
there's
one's
bid
for.
C, there's bid D.
You won't have to worry about it at all.
Does 10 get you sobbing and questioning your sexuality?
Oh, boy.
That felt too good.
I felt something.
Yeah, that's super awkward. I don't think it's the environmental paper. Those people, what they need is to go to get manicures a lot because, you know. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's get to our next letter. Alli Breen is our guest. Allibreen. And Alli, of course, takes your letters with your problems with adult matters in the realm of sexuality. What have you got?
Dear Alli, my girlfriend sends food back constantly to the point where I don't want to go out to dinner anymore. She'll say things like, this fish is too fishy or the meat is too meaty. It's insane. Everything else about her is great. She won't listen to reason on this and feels like she needs to be catered to when she's paying restaurant prices. What should I do?
Get out now.
God.
Yeah.
This is just one aspect of you're going to be in hell real soon.
You're saying this is the tip of the iceberg?
Oh, God.
Dude, I don't know. How hot is she? Just get HelloFresh. You can figure it out yourself, right? Yeah. Maybe this is worth it.
Yeah, but it sounds like she'll go, this is too fresh.
Although I actually said the other night, I used the phrase, the fish was too fishy.
That happens.
That does. I know it's not fair, but
yeah.
But yeah, to send food back, that's like once a year for me.
No kid.
I mean, if it's
there's some
the
truth
meat's
to
raw
there's the old saying that how you treat the server is how you're going to be. You know.
Yeah, but there are legitimate times food needs to go back.
Sure, but you can be
it's pretty rare.
You can be pretty normal.
But if she does it every time, this is just you got a Karen on your hands.
It's called negative attention seeking. Is what it is.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm negative, aren't I? Fun?
Well, what's the answer if he doesn't want to go to extreme and get rid of her? What does
now?
he
When you say get rid of her, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Get takeout so she can't send it back. Cook more at home.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Offer to pay regardless of whether or not she enjoys it.
No, you're missing my point.
I'm with Tom.
Get out.
Not talking about.
Well, I got your point, but there's a chance he doesn't want to get
Tell her,
get
be
out.
like, hey man, you're
then
being
he's an
rude.
idiot.
Also, there's going to be times where you have to go out if you're with couples and stuff, and then it's going to be really embarrassing.
Yeah.
So you just find it's not going to be
He
a
needs
good
to get out of there. He needs to run like the wind.
Yeah, out.
Run like the wind.
Hey, Alli, did you know this? A little trivia fact. Not so trivia, actually. What am I saying? Miss Kristi Lee, can you hold up your hand there, Christy? Christy has a ring on. She's engaged.
Thank you. Yeah, Alli sent me a nice note.
Oh, she already knew?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I did. So happy for you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, now we can get back to love troubles.
A wedding, or are we all just not invited? I couldn't tell which.
We're all just not invited. Which is a smart move.
Well, some are invited and some aren't.
No, none of you.
Alli,
not one.
Well, that's what
Alli,
she
come
says
in.
now.
Let's throw her a surprise bachelorette party against her will.
We're
It's
all
gonna
on
be fun.
standby.
Christ.
Oh, you know what? I have a good letter for this.
Oh boy.
Okay, here we go. I just got married. Dear Alli, I just got married, and you know how people do the thing where they get cake on your face? My husband actually smooshed my whole face in it.
Oh.
It was chocolate with white frosting, so messy and so embarrassing. I'm still mad at him, and I'm icing him out, no pun intended. But we leave for our honeymoon this weekend. He's telling me I'm overreacting and that it's a joke, and he's not even really apologizing. Is he right? What should I do?
Oh, my God.
You need to go on a date with a guy from the previous letter. I hate that when people do that.
Yeah.
Which part do you hate? The
cake in the face.
Okay,
Come
so
on, the woman's gotten all dressed up for you.
The busting balls part.
So she's right.
Grow up.
So you're agreeing with the letter writer here.
Yeah, this guy wearing his hat backwards on the altar, that kind of a douchebag.
I showed her what's what. I shoved that cake. Way to go, dude. Yeah, you're the boss of that hen house. All right, good job.
So that means you have something to hold over him now. Like, so when you can forgive him, but when he messes up, you can be like, well, or when you mess up, be like, hey, you ruined my wedding day.
Nice. Next time he's about to go somewhere important, shove some hot chili down his pants. See how he feels. Hey, remember the cake, a-hole? Okay.
It was a joke.
Leave him now. It's over.
I'd be mad if I were the guest.
Here, Tom.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
You're killing it today, buddy.
Just try to save these people time.
Yeah, save them time.
Oof.
Now,
All right.
Okay, what else we got?
Dear Allie, I'm totally in love with a divorced man with 3 adult children. He and his kids don't talk at all, and he only says that their mom poisoned them against him. No further explanation. It doesn't even seem to bother him at all. I have 2 girls, and if we didn't talk, I'd be devastated. How big of a red flag is this?
Boy, it's complicated.
Well, every family dynamic is different.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Any thoughts, Josh?
Well, maybe it's not a. I don't think you should look for red flags that aren't there yet. This maybe isn't a red flag. Don't prepare for the worst.
And maybe his adult children are basing it on something he did when he was a different person when he was their father, maybe. And
and there is a very distinct possibility that mom did poison them against him. That happens a lot.
Sure.
See how? No, I think you can still give this guy a shot.
Yeah.
And the first sign of some sort of bad behavior, go ahead and get out. But
maybe do a surprise party, invite everybody over, have lots of booze, and see if there's a fist fight.
Yeah. Jerry Springer him.
Yeah.
And don't forget the hubcaps.
Okay. All right. We're talking with Alli Breen, and the show is called Sexy Time. And it's ALLI. BREEN. We have time for one more letter. You can write Alli and then find her on various social media platforms. Go ahead, Alli.
Dear Allie, I went on a first date with a guy. We went to a happy hour. The check was $22 for 4 drinks. Check came and he said, splitsies? Are you? I said, no, I've got this. And then he let me pay. Do I give him another chance?
No.
Write him up.
No.
When he said splitsies, you should have said, you know what, I think I will.
Yeah. Left him with the check.
How about break-upsies? How about that?
I mean, I think, wait a minute now, going into this, was it an official date?
She said it was a first date.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he could have said splitsies even just being funny.
Yeah,
also,
funny.
what's the big deal splitting the first date? You don't know if you're going to hang out again. I mean, I always pay personally, but I don't mind at all if any other guy wants to split a date.
Oh, Ace has something with this. Go ahead, Ace.
I'm with you. He might have been joking.
Huh.
And it might have been a bad date.
But he wasn't joking. We know he wasn't because he let her pay for the whole thing.
Pay.
Okay.
Yeah, that part's weird.
Now, it may have been a bad date.
Ace just wants to go high-five the guy.
Way to go, man.
Nice technique.
You're my dream, sir.
Okay.
Want to go splitsies. That's just talking like that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Christy nailed the real
you got
issue.
it, Christy.
Yeah.
Man.
As soon as you said splitsies.
I liked it.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Thanks, Alli. Once again, ALLIBREEN. Ask Alli, and she'll pass them along to us. Have a great gig. We'll talk to you next week, right?
Hope you get back in your place soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's great lighting. You should take a picture on your computer and use that as your headshot. You just look lovely. Doesn't she look great?
She does, yeah.
Looks lovely, yeah.
Okay. Sounds awful.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Sounds like hell.
we can't do that. We can't do surgery. Thanks, Alli.
We're in the sound business.
Right now, speaking of a sound business, the sound of an alarm going off can be very helpful. It could be your sump pump alarm. It could be your fire alarm, your carbon monoxide detector, your door being bashed in. Simply Safe can help you there.
Simply Safe was recently named the best home security system of 2023 by U.S. News and CNET. awarded Simply Safe their Editor's Choice pick. Simply Safe, designed with cutting-edge security technology and powered by 24/7 professional monitoring. Simply Safe's professional monitoring agents in an emergency go to work using Fast Protect technology to capture critical evidence and verify that threat is real so you can get priority police dispatch. 24/7 professional monitoring costs around under $1 a day, actually, and it's less than half the price of traditional home security systems. Lock and unlock your doors, access your cameras, arm and disarm your system all from your smartphone app. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafetom.com and then install her yourself. Go today, by the way, and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
When we come back, we've got a celebration of Mr. Shatner's birthday, among other things.
Oh, yeah.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
We have Etta May in the studio with us. Etta May is the mother of several. What is the official count now?
4.
Okay, great.
Not counting my husband. Yeah.
You're done, right?
Thank you. My oldest boy, Bud, is 17, and then Corona, she is 16, and Miller is 13, and then Jack is 8.
There's a theme there.
Well,
Jack.
no, trust me, after the third one, I had graduated to hard liquor.
Understood.
It helps. And Jack is just a dream.
Is he?
My little 8-year-old. He started kindergarten this year, so we're very
He's 8? Wow.
Yeah. Chick, take you back, doesn't
Yes, it does. Yeah.
That kid's huge.
Nothing like being 20 during your senior year in high school.
You're popular.
Yeah.
You can drive and
Drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Drive your buddies around.
Yeah. So we're very proud of him. And my 17-year-old is problems are arising. And I'm seeing flags. Let's put it down. The other day, he walked in the house. He had pierced his bottom lip.
Ooh.
Jeez.
And tried to hide it from me. I was like, you know what? Be a man. Own it. Don't hide it. And it's like, hello, you got a spike sticking out your bottom lip.
Man up.
I might notice that at breakfast when Cheerios keep getting hung up on it. Yeah, my son, for his graduating class, now looks like a ring toss game. Okay? Yeah, he tries to hide it, and it's like, hey, Mom, I'm gonna go to my room, okay? And it's like, come here, what's the matter with you? Why are you talking? Come here. And I said, put your hand down. And it's like, oh, honey, what did you do? And I said, did that hurt going in? Did it hurt coming out?
Oh.
Hey, any holes be put in my kid's head, I'll do it. The problem is the kid he runs with. That's the bad influence. This kid has so many piercings, he looks like he was attacked by a nail gun, okay? Somebody from Home Depot did a drive-by on him. I mean, I call him Tackle Box.
Sounds attractive.
Oh, yeah. Gunner, you can take him fishing.
Really?
He's got a couple fish hooks right here.
Oh, yeah.
About 13 lures in his ear, a couple sinkers coming out of his nose.
It's convenient, yeah.
The kid can't even walk past my refrigerator without all the magnets going.
Out in a matchup the whole baseball world wanted to see, leading Japan over the defending champion United States 3-2 for its first World Baseball Classic title since 2009. Ohtani, the two-way star who has captivated fans across 2 continents, beat out an infield single in the 7th inning as a DH, designated hitter, then walked down the left field line to Japan's bullpen to warm up for his 3rd mound appearance of the tournament. Trout, the U.S. captain and 3-time MVP, struck out on a full count pitch. Team USA fielded a World Baseball Classic roster brimming with all-star names from Trey Turner to Mookie Betts to Mike Trout. Despite the plethora of talented hitters, Team USA didn't bring the same pitching talent to the tournament, which culminated in the Americans being outpitched and outmatched in that 3-2 loss to Japan in Tuesday night's championship game. In a side note, in the NBA, LA Clippers star Paul George got hurt in the fourth quarter of the team's 101-100 loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. George went down hard under the Thunder basket with 4:38 remaining, laying on his back before being helped to his feet. Supported by staff on either side, George headed to the locker room, appearing to barely be able to put any weight on his right leg, looking for an update on his health later today. And that's a quick look at your sports headlines. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Frigamall Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Beautiful Katharina Witt of East Germany became a household name in women's figure skating after her gold medal performance at the 1984 Winter Games in Sarajevo. 4 years later, at the Calgary Games, she successfully defended her title. Then, 10 years after that, in 1998, she posed naked in Playboy magazine, a move which critics said severely tarnished her image and marketability. Men throughout the world were outraged. If Katerina were going to pose nude, why had she not done it in 1988 when we were all fascinated by what she must look like without clothing?
Yeah.
To wait 10 years after her physical prime, when we had all clearly moved on to Nancy Kerrigan, was a slap in the face to male fans everywhere and goes against the very spirit of the Olympic Games.
Yes.
Hello, Michelle Kwan, are you listening?
It has been another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. More.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. At the news desk, it's Kristi Lee.
Hi, Chick.
In the performance room, it's Pat Godwin.
Hello, Chick.
Hello. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, Chick.
There's Jessica Alsman.
Hey.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Willie Griswold over there being a goof.
I put my headphones on backwards, and it really threw me off.
Yeah, we were talking backwards, right? That's happened to me.
You're right.
Nuts. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Chick McGee, of course, at the OrangeInsoles.com sports desk. Earlier in the show, if you missed it, Chick was trying to tell a heartwarming story about the chipmunk he called the Lazarus chipmunk. Yeah. I'll give you the short version of the story, unless you'd like. Can you give us the short version?
Sure. Lazarus was in the Bible, and he was...
One of the dogs brought a chipmunk up on the deck, and I was horrified, so I flipped it off the deck, and then I had to go get a garbage bag. I was going to put it in the garbage bag and take the trash out. It was late at night, so I threw it over the fence where I'd see it the next morning, and I'd take it down to the trash. Well, when I went down there the next morning to take it down to the trash, there was a hole chewed in the bag, and I assumed, happily so until this morning,
little Lazarus,
that the Lazarus chipmunk had come back to life, and he was just playing possum, and he'd gotten out of the garbage bag.
However, many a listener,
of course, we're never a shortage for people telling us how stupid we are.
Well, we elicit, or solicit rather, windbag letters.
I like illicit, and they can go.
It says, "Dear depressed chick, this should cheer you up. I think a cat found your chipmunk in a bag, chewed a hole in the bag, and ate the whole thing."
A cat. Perfect.
That's probably.
And then here's another one. It says,
hey, what do you call a dozen dead cats?
That's sad.
A good start is what I say.
Don't get mean on cats.
Chick McGee won.
Yeah,
That's
please.
right.
Here we go.
Bring it, cat lovers. Bunch of pansies.
This says, Dear Chip.
Yeah.
Love this guy already, Dave. Alas, I'm afraid little Lazarus the Chipmunk was devoured by a swarm of Josh's gutter tadpoles.
It happens.
You'll recall that Josh...
They're ravenous.
There could have been a frog up there, maybe. You don't know, Josh.
Yeah, I looked when they were like, no, mosquito larva, and then I looked up a picture of mosquito larva. It was exactly what I saw in my gutters.
Right. Time now to review Today in History. And I've got a special Today in History request.
Time now for Today in History, a special Today in History request.
When we get to the birthday segment...
We'll get to the birthday segment, and we'll...
Josh, just for you, 1894, the first Stanley Cup championship was played. The Blues were not in it.
No, they weren't.
That's not how you say it, Tom.
Thank you, Chick.
A Stanley Cup. Stanley.
Give me that cup.
Thank you.
Let's see. 1933, FDR legalizes the sale of beer and wine.
Yes.
Yeah, depression going on. Might as well let people...
And I'd also like it delivered to me in my chair.
Yeah. I can't walk. Why should anybody else be able to? Drink it all.
Here.
Let's see. The great actor Jimmy Stewart inducted into the Army, the first major American movie star to wear a military uniform. This date, 1941.
And he was in it, folks. Yeah. He wasn't on the outskirts.
I killed some people. Sure did.
I can't sleep at night thinking of their souls.
All right, man.
This is kind of interesting. Happy birthday. This is the request we have. Marcel Marceau would have turned 100 today.
Oh.
We have a request for some Marcel Marceau audio.
Oh, good.
Here we go.
Wait a second. Hang on. 3, 2, 1. There it was. Okay.
Very good.
Okay. Happy birthday, Mr. William Shatner, 92 today.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We just talked to him about a month ago. It was super interesting. He's on a little tour out there. You might want to watch for him. And he's having a good time and talking about his life and about his movies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Let's see. Happy birthday, the great Bob Costas, friend of the show.
Still not speaking, though.
Friend of Chip McGee.
Yep, little bastard.
Love him.
Do you know who we're talking about here?
Yeah.
Famous for the worst case of conjunctivitis, I think, in history.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
During the Olympics.
In Cars, he's known as Bob Cutlass. Hilarious.
Good joke.
I wish that on him.
Happy birthday, Matthew Modine.
Good actor.
Full Metal Jacket.
Resurgence with Stranger Things.
Yeah.
He's Joker. Yeah.
Chick, J.J. Watt.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
Born in 1989, sorry.
He just retired.
Yeah, it's a shame he wasn't a baseball player.
Why?
Oh, because the announcer would be going, Watt's on second.
Oh.
Oh, who's on first?
The Sultan of Watt?
Yeah. Oh, the Sultan of Watt. Very nice, very nice.
We had fun, didn't we, you and I?
And
we have a good back and forth.
Well, at least somebody.
This is interesting. You'll know this one, Halsey. 2,233. Happy birthday, James T. Kirk.
All right. Born in
Do
Iowa.
you know what the T stands for?
Tiberius.
Tiberius, yeah. A friend of mine named one of her kids after him.
Oh.
No kidding.
Yep.
James or Tiberius?
Serious?
Or Kirk?
Yeah.
Tiberius is the kid's name?
Yeah.
Something in Greek. Right?
Well,
We call
Jackie...
him Ty. He's got hair like up to here. Looks like he's got a watermelon on his head. It's amazing.
Jackie Cation has a lizard named Tiberius.
Okay, well, that's a great name.
Yeah. Cool name.
Okay, there you go. Time now to check in with what we learned on today's show.
Things we learned. I thought today was Tuesday when I woke up this morning. I was very surprised to see it was Wednesday. I was absolutely convinced.
Fair enough.
Shaquille O'Neal got a new hip, and yes, that is a big hip he's working with there. Japan won the World Baseball Championship. They beat Team USA 3-2 with Shohei Ohtani striking out Mike Trout.
Can you
Trout's ready. 3-2. He struck him out. Ohtani strikes out Trout, and Japan's back on top of the baseball world.
And in Japan, they heard.
It's so great.
My God!
I haven't heard anything like that since I lost my dry cleaning ticket.
God, Josh.
It's first of all, it's Japanese, you idiot. And although I'm sure there's some very fine cleaners of Japanese heritage.
That's all I'm saying is the one I go to.
Sort of a pan-Asian racial slur.
I hope we have this every day. Ace's breakfast pizza was goat cheese and bacon. Bring you all up to speed. That's something we need to keep in here every day. Pat Godwin's pizza song was all he was saying was give
pizza. All Ace is wearing is his pizza pants.
That's exactly.
Yeah, he said he has lounge pants.
Floyd says he sees the spring breakers at the Mr. Fuel truck stop and said they were going to go drive to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And he gave him some advice.
Not teaching geography, apparently, at their school.
I'm not going to do that one. Josh's uncle Andy evidently delighted Josh with a camcorder in the basement.
Yeah.
At some point.
We used to play a game called Tell Your Parents and I'll Hurt You. That's insane. But what is wrong with... I need help.
And if this doesn't work out with Andy, for Christy, your intended, Josh has volunteered to be husband number 5.
Oh. Number 5 is alive.
Number 5.
Okay, thank you very much.
Call me Jumbo number 5.
A little bit of Joshua on my side.
Give me a little Joshua. Give me a little Donnie.
And, Jimmy Garoppolo offered free sex from a couple of brothels in Las Vegas.
He said he'd get right back to her as soon as they got done having sex with all the women in the world.
Deshaun Watson said free. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.